Yeah, I've got a plan. I'm gonna be the best musician that I can. Can't keep me underground cause my weight is in demand. Gonna drop an ankle breaker no one can defend. And then it's time to kick back, relax. Cause you don't wanna see me at my max. My shit will hit you like a powerful attack. I will hook it deep before we set the stack. But you don't give a fuck about that. Cause I got the hotness disease. I don't even need a degree. I've got all this glory for free. And I don't even know what it means. Goddamn, Dunkin' Donuts on my way to hear the slam. Pulling princess like the 25th fam. Pull up to the chopper on like this is who I am. Motherfucker, this is who I am. There is dirt on demon time. I come from the back of the stack. I'm the hunter of the honest time. I have everything that you lack. I'm a color watching for a line. Nobody fucking me on the stage. Nobody blocking me when I get paid. I get it through you cause I am the edge. Cause I got the hotness disease. I have everything that you lack. I don't even need a degree. I've got all this glory for free. I have everything that you like, and I don't even know what it means. Nobody blocking me when I get paid. I get it through you 'cause I am the edge. I got the hotness disease.
All right, yeah, we're done with that. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. I am Dice. I'm here with D Pizza and Charlie.
Charlie!
Pizza.
It is
Oh, you went underwater. And we have Aquaman. Just kidding.
yeah. I'm getting a new mic for Christmas. Is this
Ooh.
thing working now?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Into October. It's almost Halloween. Happy Halloween if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Happy birthday! Because hopefully you celebrate that.
What if they were never born?
Well, then they'll never hear it anyways, and fuck them,
Exactly.
right?
Right, Nikki?
Respectfully.
No respect.
Always
For
respect.
the unborn, fuck them with all the disrespect.
Mm.
That's how I feel.
All right. So we're here to listen to music. How's everybody?
One day you have a child, I'm going to tell him you said fuck you to him before he's born.
He's not born yet. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell him first. First words out of my mouth.
How are you, Dice? How are you doing today?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm not in a mood to listen to a bunch of garbage music, and I just
Well,
want to work on my own music.
you're in the right place because RQ's full of bangers.
I'm gonna hold.
Probably. Probably.
For every non-banger, that's like one thing you have to say. You have to
Hateful.
diss Dice. Yeah, every
I should
non-banger
diss
you have to
Dice.
diss Dice.
Every
I can't
track
diss
that's
Dice.
every track that's lower than a 7, you have to say something hateful to me.
Yeah. Because
I can't diss
drive on
Dice.
love.
Whose
He drives
whose
on-
standards?
Yours.
Yours, below a 7 for your rating scale. You have to give Dice a big old fuck you.
This is a lot of sevens tonight.
Christ. All right. Well, what are you drinking on, Bird?
I am drinking
rum and
on-
Coke.
No, actually, it's energy water. Fucking lightning in a bottle, baby.
I thought it was marinara.
Getting all hyped. Yeah, marinara. Nike with
Buffalo
the
Ranch.
banging jokes today.
What is that? One of those Mio squirts? You squirt in your
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, I'm drinking that squirt.
Pause.
Play! Squirts.
Fast forward.
All right. We're here to listen to some music. Hopefully, some of it good. Hopefully, some of it at least entertaining, and then maybe a couple of bad ones that we can give you guys some pointers on. I wasn't here last week, so I don't know what all fun festivities I missed, but we'll have a
Oh.
banging good time this week.
It
Banging.
was fun. I was
The way
mean.
you said that doesn't
I think I was mean last week. I don't know. I forget.
It's blue light, Nikki.
Hmm
She always mean.
Last week it was a red light. It was because it was still red when I came in here.
you haven't been there in a week.
Not with this light on.
You just
I
go
don't
in there in the
change it.
dark and cry.
Well, you have to like fucking pick it up and wait for it to go to the color you want, and then stop it, and then it's like so. I just leave it until I'm streaming.
Gotcha.
I'm
All
not
right.
on cam, so the light doesn't matter. I like to set the mood, but my Christmas fucking lights died, but it's keeping this light on, so now it's an extension cord with burnt out lights.
Why don't you unplug them?
I just realized they died today.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Kenny, Rogue, Jepson, All Savant. Welcome to the show. JCC, saw you out there too.
Oh shit.
Let's get rocking and rolling. What we do here, if you happen to be new and non-dyslexic,
New and improved.
no, not improved, just new.
Oh.
We listen to music from our Discord community. We give it a rating 1 through 10, and we give it some feedback, some pointers based on our experience making music, listening to music, dissecting music. Hopefully that is useful to you. Or if you just want us to listen to it and, nod our heads along and clap like a bunch of goofballs, we can do that too.
If you want to...
Cost $20 extra.
Nope.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you want us to just come up for a new nickname for you,
Ooh,
we can do that
I
as
need a
well.
nickname.
Yeah.
Every $5, nickname.
$5.
Yeah, generally, we review music, but we'll look at anything. So your Tinder profile, your Instagram profile, a picture you drew of your most hated rival.
Your Aunt Fran.
Will not review your manifesto due to legal reasons, but send it via DM and we'll take a look at it.
I'd love
Not
to read
me.
a manifesto, to be honest. I am a mandatory reporter, but I'd read the fuck out of it, for sure. Oh, Rogue Jepson just gifted a tier 1 sub. I guess we have to come up with a nickname for him. I think that's
Oh shit.
what he
Cock
wants.
gobbler.
Aw, you can't be rude.
I
How's that
mean,
rude?
He's
nicknames are nicknames.
gifting.
You don't like chicken?
I mean, like, come on.
What if KFC announced tomorrow like the brand new cock gobbler sandwich, $2.99?
I think that there'd be a fucking riot.
I think there would be a lot of people eating cocks.
I think there'd a lot of people being like picketing cocks. Like,
Have you seen the state of the world?
no cock gobblers.
No.
Like they would be outside everywhere.
I guarantee a chicken place puts cock gobbler on the menu, it's selling out next day.
I guess it depends on where you put it.
Imagine the social media outburst of like people who are encouraging it and the people who are enraged by it. Like, how dare you put cock gobbler on it? Cock gobbler would be
Be like,
trending number one
that's-
all day.
I mean,
crazy,
for
though.
real, that's a great idea.
All right, but yeah,
Rogue
Steve
gonna
Bird's about to
tattle on
start a fucking cock gobbler side street meat stand.
that's crazy.
you
Street
don't
meat.
want you don't want my
Street meat? I love street meat.
No,
You
don't want
you
mine.
said cock gobbler is bad, and you're out here throwing around street meat.
Street meat's a thing though.
That's my nickname for Rogue
It's
Jepson.
not cock.
Street meat.
Like cock is like that's a hard C and a hard CK. That's a
And
lot of
And what's street meat to you?
Oh my god.
street meat. It's a little longer.
Let me make a poll. Let me make a poll while we get started up. Is street meat?
What's
or
better?
Yeah, street meat or cock gobbler.
I like both these nicknames for Rogue. Nikki, you gotta toss one in for the pile.
I love street meat. Cock gobbler is just fucked.
All right, another one for Street Meat. So it looks like Street Meat is winning. That's pretty. That's a fun nickname. Rogue Street Meat
They
Jepson.
call me street meat.
Dude, you gotta update, Rogue. You gotta update your.
Meet me on the street and get some
profile.
street meat. Some rhymes Bird would not be proud of.
After the poll closes, you gotta update your dating profile with whichever one wins.
Like,
That's what you
imagine
call, like,
having a straight Tinder with the nickname Cock Gobbler.
it's like sidewalk sloppies and like.
Oh, you just hold on. Let me edit that poll.
So-
Sidewalk sloppies is good.
Oh, come on.
Oh, sidewalk sloppies.
Hold on, redoing the poll. All right, yeah, but after we listen to the subscribers first, rating 1 through 10. After that, we get to the free queue, and listen to everybody else. Same thing, rating 1 through 10. Probably not as much in-depth feedback, but still feedback nonetheless. And yeah, that's how we do our show. Anything I miss? Oh yeah, if you are waiting at the end of the line, much like soon to be named Rogue Jepson, you can tip $5 via whatever means necessary, scrolling down at the bottom, or you can gift a subscription on Twitch, or I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, but whatever, do it on Twitch. Anything I miss?
I think you covered it.
Every spot.
Yo, you guys heard that new Street Meat single?
Dude, I fucking love street meat though. It's so good. It's always so greasy.
Nikki, what was the one you just said? The
Sidewalk slop.
sloppies.
sidewalk sloppy. There we go.
Sloppies, yeah.
Right. Start poll. Yeah. Vote on a new nickname for Rogue Jepson. Cock Gobbler, Street Meat, or Sidewalk Sloppy.
They're all terrible names.
They're not.
I'm talking about
Great.
like
I feel like
things you get. This is like the place you hit up that's like downtown when you leave the bar at like 2 a.m. with your friends wasted. There's the street meat, the sidewalk sloppies. That's what you get.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Delicious.
Mm. All right. Well, let's get started. Rogue Jepson gifted a sub, so we'll kick the show off with
Like Diamond Dogs. Sorry,
Who?
that was like Diamond Dogs. It's like a little street meat vendor downtown. Really good.
this Michigan place. It sounds otherworldly. Can I just say that? All right.
Why don't you come
Rogue
here?
says he's made this draft today. Want to know what we think of the song. Want to know if you think the song is going anywhere. Would it be best to do a second verse or get someone else on the second verse? Or if it's trash and he should delete it off his...
Underwater dice. Is it not done? Not done. There you go. Smack it harder, dice. Hit it harder.
All right. No, it's not done. It's a rough draft. Wants to know if he should do the second verse or get somebody else. And the mix is poorly done.
Okay.
All right. Here is Rogue Jepson. This is called Back Then.
No job, tax, money from my mom. Back when we could play pretend. Back then. Now I'm broke. When's this gonna end? Nowadays I'm praying for a friend. Back then. Gotta wait for the weekend. Took a trip to hell, faced off with my demons. They said I'm too busy dreaming. Focus on your present and stop your overthinking. And yeah, my head was gone for a quick minute. COVID came and fuck, I think I hit my limit. Days turned to weeks in my own mind. Now I'm getting thoughts that I can't comprehend. Like, please pray for me. Life's plain to see. Gotta pray for the next day. What'll come for me? Take a look on yesterday, playing football in the street and sipping on my lemonade. Used to be so simple in those late nights, laughing with my friends, playing dumb on the street lights. Job, tax, money from my mom. Back when we could play pretend. Back then. Now I'm broke. When's this gonna end? Nowadays I'm praying for a friend. Back then.
All right. Well, it's just one verse and then the hooks. What did you guys think of Back Then by Rogue Jepsen?
Nikki?
I was still writing, sir. I thought that this was good. I don't think that you should scratch this if that's what you're asking. I think that, it sounded really quiet and I wasn't sure if it was like my shit. Was it low for you guys, the volume?
No.
Fuck. That's not good. Because I had my shit all the way up.
I mean, if it's as loud as your gain,
What?
something's wrong with your setup.
No, this ain't even adjusting your guys' volume right now.
Well,
Fuck.
what did you think of-
Sorry, guys. But anyways, okay, so never mind. I listened through that. I might have to use my monitors and just mute myself. So I don't think that the lyrics are like bad or anything. I feel like it just feels simple, but the song kind of feels like it's a simple nostalgic type vibe, like of simpler times. So it's like I don't want it to be overcomplicated. I feel like the hook is nice and catchy, and you have a good mid tone here. Definitely, if you do keep doing it, put some more emotion into it. Go through it again a couple times. I definitely think that there could be a little bit more variation in certain parts of your delivery of it. But overall, I think that it sounds good. I think the hook is catchy and such. I definitely think that you should still keep going with this and work on it. Maybe go through and try to there was some, fuck, what line was it? It was like you rhymed it and then it was like something like, where you were kind of like ending some of your lines leading off when I felt like they should have like ended. So maybe go back through and rewrite some things a little bit smoother. I didn't write it down because I was still writing. I forgot what I was writing. Yeah, I think that it's not bad. I would give this, for where it's at, it doesn't even sound, well, I didn't have it up that loud, so I couldn't tell you about the mix that well anyways. I'll give this a 7. I think this is a really good hooky, wow, catchy hook. Hooky catch. A nice catchy hook. Jesus.
Hey, 7. You just made the cut to make Nikki not have to diss Dice. There could be some collusion in that. All right, Street Meat. This was pretty catchy. I liked what you did here. I think it's definitely worth finishing. I think that the parts that I would kind of comment on technically is just the vocals seemed a little harsh. Like it felt like the tones were a little sharp. And I think maybe just adjusting the auto tune a little bit, just cranking it up a little notch. If you don't have any tune on it, I thought I heard some, but if you don't have any, put it on. If you do have it on, just put it up a little more. I think that's really my big takeaway is I wanted it to be a little more auto-tuned, ironically, and maybe just place the vocals a little bit further back into the beat rather than sitting on top of it. Yeah. Okay. Low setting. Yeah. Put it up a little bit more and push the vocals back would be my suggestion, but not bad. I'll give it a 7 as well.
Definitely was my computer because you were just loud as fuck. Something got adjusted. So yeah, sorry I couldn't hear a lot of the mixed stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I like the sound of the melodies that you had. The main thing that stood out to me, the wording wasn't complex, but it did feel a little bit wordy in how you phrase some of the lines. Like it didn't cleanly go through all the way. And maybe it's just word choice. Maybe it's like some lines had words in it that were unnecessary, but sonically, I like the tones that you were going for. So I think, once you re-execute it and put layers and polish to it, it would come out fine. I'm not always a huge fan of like un-Britishify it. Get all that British rubbish out of there and put some good old American hock to it in it, and get it up to snuff. I'm not always a huge fan of like recommending people go and grab a feature unless it just really absolutely fits whatever you're going for. So I would always push for finish the song your damn self and not, put somebody else on it. But, it's up to you. I mean, from where I hear it right now, it sounds personified around your experiences. So I would lean into that and say, just finish it yourself. Unless there was somebody you already had in mind, in which case, why are you even asking us? Don't waste our fucking time. All right. I'll give it a 6.5.
What's up, Lemothy?
Lamb.
Shout out, playa.
I do.
Hi,
Underwater dice.
Aquaman.
Throw this microphone in the trash. Hold on.
The Aquaman or SpongeBob?
SpongeBob speaks very clearly.
Kinda, not really. He has a weird nasally fucking voice.
I mean, but Aquaman, Jason Momoa though. Ooh.
Is that an excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of a noise is that? All right. That's some sidewalk
Bird.
sloppy right there.
Bird, if your girl walked up to you and made that noise, how would you feel? Ugh.
I'd start poking her. I'd be like, duh, duh, duh. Just make sure it's like really her, and not some golem.
All right. Well, shout out Rogue Jepson. Looks like your new nickname for the month of November is Sidewalk Sloppy, according to the audience.
I like street meat. All right. Have your audience poll.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can name somebody else Cock Gobbler and Sidewalk Street Meat. Whatever. All right.
Sidewalk sloppy or street meat? Wait, cock gobbler.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
Now, do you get a Sidewalk Sloppy? I mean, I don't know about the UK, but there's definitely, a street in every major city where you can get some Sidewalk Sloppy. Just saying. All right, next up.
Talking about a coney dog here. Chili on your hot dog.
Are we?
Sauce in the dog. Yeah.
Okay. Next up in
Okay.
queue, dog tags. This is called Rodeo, not to be confused with Juvenile Rodeo.
Love that song. You got a lot to live up to.
Already set the bar high, dog tags.
Method Man and Ludacris Rodeo. That's an underrated banger as well.
Yeah. Probably the only good song on that one album that Method Man put out. That album was trash. Back when we used to buy albums just off the strength of who it was, and then find out
One
later.
song. Yeah.
Find out later. Hey, this album probably sucks. Give me my $20 back. Shout out Method Man. Here's a dog tag.
Shout out LimeWire.
We don't support thievery. Nikki. You need to calm down.
Hey, that's all I used when I was young.
All right, that was Dog Tags with Rodeo.
Hmm.
What do you mean?
It was like weird because I felt like the melodies started changing a little bit more at the end, and then he just faded out. I feel like I liked it overall. It was definitely a different type of vibe. The horns were different in it. I liked that, and then you had that random boop boop boop, the high pitched one back there every. I feel like since you had like the main line, the main melody, the main even the bass line and stuff, it was the da 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 da, like the repetitive, very prominent throughout. You know, all the mainline instruments that you had going on. I feel like that you could have. I feel like you could have more variation in like those boops and the trumpet, and then you had like almost it sounded like a plucked guitar come in at certain points, and I feel like that would be way better in there. In certain parts, like just more of it in a little bit earlier, kind of accentuating, the different melodies that could help break this up as well. But I definitely think that there's you should bring whatever that guitar is that I heard like the plucking on forward more and put more of it in there. Play with that a little bit more in this because I think that it would sound good in with the different horns you had. I think they're trumpets. I think that's what you had going. But I like this overall. I'm gonna give this a 7.
Another 7.
It was good. I didn't mind it.
Yeah. Okay.
I started off high too. I didn't have a
No.
lot of bad things. I
Nobody's
think just it
questioning
could be
you.
added a little bit more variation. No, because now I'm going to be questioning every 7 and above.
Okay. Well, that's
Everyone's
your
getting
own
10s.
personal vendetta. I thought
I
this
don't want to diss you. That's why we complimented each other.
compliments are for losers.
Dice is to W.
See what happens when you start dissing people? Karma bites you in the ass that quick.
Man, I guess it didn't want me to diss you.
No, you don't diss dice.
Yeah, he's like, delete,
You
delete.
you don't diss dice.
He's like, I'm gonna kick him before he can say it. Kick, Dan. Fair enough, man. All right, you're cool. Sure.
I said it.
All right.
I said it. I didn't touch nothing.
All right, the dog tags track. I think it was decent. I mean, I feel like he's kind of hitting his stride with his production, where the chops aren't like egregiously boring or bad, and he's hitting consistent sounds overall. I think the next thing that he has to kind of fine tune is just kind of that overall arrangement of making sure that from start to finish it keeps people on their toes. But I think this was decent. I give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think that, the drums, the main sample, like all of that was really strong. I think that the part where I wanted it to just continue with that same level of strength was kind of that interlude part where it just kind of kept going sideways, right? It kind of felt like you got this sample, you got the drums. All right, we found this cool pattern. What next, right? And then the what next should be chorus, right? It should go into a chorus where you have, the most amount of layers ideally, and, you're doing some cool shit with it. Switch it up, keep it fresh, and then you can go back right into that sample. Instead, you kind of went into this weird interlude part where it was just like a pared down guitar with the drums. And it felt like you kind of took the energy that it had and then kind of pushed it to the side a little bit. But decent song overall. This is me just kind of nitpicking where I wanted the song to go. I'll give it a 7 as well.
Right on. All right, next up in the queue is Noir. This is Heavy Lies the Crown.
I made a banger. Where's the chorus?
Chorus.
I don't think there is one.
Needs a chorus.
Needs a chorus.
All right, that was Noir with Heavy Lies the Crown.
Same, Bird. You could turn that drop down low version into an extendo chorus.
No, insanity. Here's the deal. Objectively dope. That is fucking fire on so many levels. Mount Vesuvius just exploded. Oh my God, all the townspeople are melting. Oh, there goes all the children dissolved into ash. However, the song structure gets me. It bugs me a little bit because I'm trying to figure out, okay, this is perfect as a piece of, okay, I'm a producer. I'm just going to make the sounds make sounds. Cool. Well, how are you going to make it into a song? Well, what I heard was you've got the sample, dope drums. Cool. You have like basically this whole thing plotted out as a verse. And then you have, okay, the same thing just pitched down. Also sounds cool, but it's just you pitch shifted the first part and then it's its own part. And then you go back high again. All right. Well, at some point you got to figure out, at some point an artist would have to figure out, how am I going to make this a song? Do I just have one verse and then just go right into another verse? Do I cut up the low parts to make my own makeshift chorus? Why make me do the extra work?
Have you never made a song without a chorus?
I've made plenty of songs of all types, more than you could ever imagine, you fucking fuck.
Wait, it's personal, man.
All I'm saying is that's what I'd want. This is so perfect. I think you can leverage that pitch shift part in a strategic portion of this, but I want a fucking chorus. I want 8 bars to break up the cool fucking things that you have in order to continue the momentum and make it a full track versus just, okay, here's one single verse that was replicated in pitch shift. I'll give this a 7.9. I can't give an 8. 7.9.
Okay. Well, I mean, I liked it. The only part that I was just kind of iffy about was when we put the high pass filter on the drums, and it didn't have the same thump. I like the drums on this, so I would have preferred either just removing the drums totally rather than having the high pass filter on it. But otherwise, I thought it was good. I give this a 7.5. I'm not as bent out of shape about the structure.
The structure was a little confusing. I think that the samples weren't too much, which I normally do say that, especially when there's samples so prominent throughout a song. But you had them mixed in like well enough as a track itself, like a piece of the beats, which a lot of the times people just kind of just make them way too prominent. And I feel like it felt more like a horn in the back, you know, than a sample, a vocal sample, I guess. But I would say maybe only on like some of the verse parts, maybe just turn it down a little bit, just because everything is kind of up there. But I did like how this is like a good example for when we tell people to play with their samples, like, because you did play with your samples. You definitely did different things with them. You had some glitches in there. You had, you play with them. So this is a really good example of that. And I feel like in certain spots, it was a little bit confusing for the structure for me. That's about it. So I was like, is this low part? No, it's way too long. Like that's, but I definitely made me go back through that. And then I do like the different melodies that you did use and the different instruments and how you where you had them at did create interesting little pockets inside of this song that could give people more room to play in, so that is nice. I'm gonna give this an 8. I thought this was really good.
All right. Next up, the return of Jesus himself, JCC.
Jakaka.
Song is called Never Enough. Want some overall feedback, and also if we think that he should repeat the chorus or try to get a feature where he left off at. So let's take a listen and see what the hell he's talking about.
I already. Not a feature. You're perfect how you are.
Lately I've been feeling like I'm never enough. But for harder time will seem just like a veteran does. Try to put my mind at ease, I keep my head in the sky. I roll my weed into a joint and then I'm taking a puff. I hope you find something. I've been drinking all this wine, I've been mind numbing. Even after all this time, always try and run it, but there's no escaping you. Yeah, there's no escaping. I think I'm over you and then you get inside my head again. In memories inside my dream, there's no forgetting it. You're gone for good this time, I really think it's setting in. Won't be the same, I was like this, but it was better when there ain't no medicine to rid me of this pain. I keep a piece of you around my neck to wear your chain. I think it's over, yeah, some things will never change. Feelings that I get whenever I just hear your name. 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 I fall into pieces now every time that you know your name if you read in between these lines. When I'm writing these rhymes, sometimes I feel out of tune. Every song's like a message, but don't address them to you. A therapy session where I'm just stressing my wounds, but sometimes I question if you're feeling it too. Feeling it too.
Okay. That was JCC with Never Enough. I like the vibe of it. I like how I like the feeling behind it, and I like how you approached it. I think the vocals could definitely be louder. You get washed away by the guitars very easily. it was very hard to figure out what exactly was the hook, especially given that you had a very short verse at the end. I would say that second verse needs to be longer, but I would definitely say bring the hook back in to kind of solidify what it is, and also so that I could learn the lyrics without having to listen to the whole song all over again. So yeah, definitely bring the hook back and turn the vocals up, add some layers to the hook. I think it's what D Bird would call a certified banger. I'll give this a 7.5.
All right, I'll go. So the first thing, as soon as you came in, I felt like your clarity, your bright's way fucking high. I could hear everything from when you were switching or moving your tongue, putting your tongue against your teeth. I could hear all of those things. So definitely turn down your highs. And the beat seemed like it was a little bit loud to me. I feel like it was competing with your voice a little bit because it's such a high energy beat. Like you got to have your vocals out on top of that. And I feel like most of my issues with this were mostly mixing issues and stuff that you probably are still going to go back through and do again. And then another note on the tune that you had going on your runs, like not even your ups and downs, like your holds, when you're holding your note out and doing like that very slight, I guess it would be technically like a vibrato when you're dropping. I guess it's vibrato's really shaking your voice. But in a sense, you know, when you're doing that, like doing those, I don't think those need to be tuned. It made them sound a little bit weird. It kind of didn't sound like I was driving over smooth hills. It sounded like I was like hitting some like small bumper, you know, like potholes, bumper holes. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Small bumps. So maybe turn that back, or I'm not sure if it's like turning it, making it faster, slower. I don't understand auto-tune because I don't use it. I don't know how to. I leave that up to the big guys. But definitely would maybe look at using that in a different way so it doesn't make it sound so automated, like you're getting pushed over a bunch of potholes. Make it smooth. But I think this is good where it's at. I think it's a 7. Could use a little bit more help on making everything kind of just more cohesive. And I agree with this about the end. The end kind of confused me. You definitely need to make that longer. Sorry, D-Bird.
Coheed and Cambria. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what's left to say? Everyone said it all. Yeah, the vocals got washed by the loud ass instrumental. I did like what you did with it. I think that with more layers and with the proper mixing, even just raising the volume, that this would be a very fun song. I think that the only other thing I would mention is that I think the last part of it, it felt like you just, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm never wrong. Felt like you just wanted to get something into the review show and it was just unfinished completely. It was just like, oh, I'm going to write more to this. Yeah, finish that up. Definitely, you don't want like this weird short, you know, kind of, is it a chorus? Is it a verse? What the fuck is this? Way too short to be either. So I think flesh out that second verse, and then definitely bring in a chorus as you fade out the track versus like, oh, well, I'm done writing. Let's just have the instrumental fade out now, right? So I think structure-wise, it's all about making sure that both of the verses are the same length, and then really identifying this is my chorus. This is, you know, fucking 10 layers of JCC perfectness. Let's fucking get them all going together. Perfect. Yep. I appreciate you showing us works in progress. I think it's a great start. Just finish that puppy up. I'll give it a 7.5.
Right on. Shout out JCC. Chat, what is your favorite Halloween candy to receive or give?
Oral. Wait, what?
I love popcorn balls. It's like was my favorite thing to get when I was a kid.
Oral popcorn balls?
I guess you eat them with your mouth, so I think they would be oral. Orally ingested.
Cock gobblers.
I think if you're just talking about straight up like regular candies, Twix.
Yeah. Twix.
I love Twix too.
Twix.
Doing some good ones. Twix,
I mean,
Reese's.
If you're getting real freaky with it, like a fucking Mike and Ike box,
Ugh.
that
Gross.
would be
Mike and
I
Ike's, that's like my dad's candy. You like Good and Plenty's too?
Good and Plenty's are old
Circus
people.
peanuts.
Mike and Ike's are young. Those are for the fresh hotties. Yeah.
Ray Stan said candy corn. How do you feel about that?
Ew.
Oh, that's a hot take. That is.
I fucking hate candy corn.
Yeah,
I bet
remember that.
Ray Stans is the type of guy who goes to the office and he's got a pocket full of Werthers.
I love Werther's.
And then the young intern comes over and says, "Here, let me talk to you, young fella. Here's a Werther."
I normally have Werther's and those strawberry candies.
Do you have
Didn't
Didn't I
any
bring
Spanko
those?
in
Didn't
here?
I bring those to Texas?
Grandma candies. It's gross.
They're good. I love the ones that are the strawberry ones are so good. You get them at the dollar store.
Here's a hot take.
So
What's up
good.
with peanut allergies? Why do so many people have peanut allergies these days? When I was growing up, tough it out, right? You might lose a few soldiers along the way, but nobody was like separating bowls of candy for peanut versus non-peanut.
You know what it is? It's all the anal sex.
There you go.
'Cause
Speaking
you
of
can't
anal
pass
sex,
peanuts. Just saying.
yeah. Speaking of anal sex, next up, Fallen Dove got this track here called "Stay Mad," produced by Devilship. Want feedback on the lyrics, and then there are some crying and laughing emojis, which tells me this is going to be very grotesque. Not to be confused with the hit single from D Bird featuring Chino XL, Grotesque.
Oh shit! Forgot about that one. Guess I should have probably start
Promote
promoting it
that.
at some point.
Also, you
I
should
just gotta put it in the world. I was like, yeah,
also you should promote a new D Bird single coming out in a couple days, Humble.
that's a good one. You know who else is on that? Paradise.
What? You know who's not on that? Me.
I do have something for you.
Just kidding.
These. All right, here's Fallen Dove.
She mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her. Statement, 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 ayy, statement, 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 ayy, statement, 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 ayy, statement, 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 ayy, gotta relay, ayy. Info, gotta smash a window. I'm gonna spark it, flip. I don't park it, bread. I stack it, pull I pack it. She gon' come back. She mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me. Cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her. Liberal keep wishing this with more than intuition. Any with the rest no eggs, stay on nutrition. Falling to her blue eyes, like gone fishing. These bars that I'm dishing, don't want hoes, I want kissing. Steaming, 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 steaming.
What are we doing here?
Steaming, 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 steaming. She mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me, she mad at me, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her, cause I don't talk to her. Steaming, 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 ayy, steaming, 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 ayy, steaming, 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 ayy, steaming, 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 ayy.
All right, that was "Stay Mad" by the Fallen Dove. I agree, Ro Jepson. If we hadn't been introduced to the file name, which clearly says "Stay Mad," I would think that this whole song was about steaming.
I thought they were saying steaming.
And then my curiosity would be like a steaming load on somebody's chest, or what's going on? What kind of kinky stuff are you into?
If you're dropping steaming loads,
Yeah.
man, Your internal temperature must be fucking lava.
Off the chain. Nikki, have you ever heard of the Cleveland Steamer?
No, only Stanley Steamer.
You're a funny girl.
I'm sure that's the same thing.
Same class, right? Yeah. The vocal mix is rough on this to the point to where it made it less enjoyable, even as basic as the
Pops
song
my lung.
was. I think that's my main gripe. I mean, the song is what it is. It's not meant to be something more, but I can't enjoy it if I can't really make out what you're saying, both the way you're pronouncing things and the way that the vocals are just kind of like garbled up because they're just too loud to try to compensate for the loudness of the beat. So I think the mix is just a poor job on this one. For that reason, give it a 4.
For that reason, I'm out. I feel like this was just crunchy as fuck. Like, your favorite Halloween must be a crunch bar. Just kidding. I just, that I hate the shit, and I don't want to, like, be a dick, and I'm gonna have to diss Dice, and it's real shitty. I gotta think of something. But I feel like I didn't know that what you were saying either. But that's because it just sounded really garbled and gargled. And I feel like it could be there was like certain parts of it that like when you did the one single like repetitive word, like obviously I've heard like 21 do shit like that, stuff like that, but like so I definitely see the lane for that kind of stuff, but like the rest of your verses have to have substance. Or like something, and like your flow was, it was a little bit, it sounded like you were stretching again. But yeah, it was so garbled. I had to turn it down a bunch. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because you gave this to me. This is your fault. But I do feel like, this just, you need to fix the mix on it mostly. It's not very good. I'm at a 4. Dice, I'll think of it as, I don't know.
We put the hook in the first verse on there. That way, in case you guys missed it.
Yeah. Look, on a positive note, you did a thing. Good job. You recorded yourself saying things over a beat. That's the first step. Now you just got to figure out how to make a cohesive, coherent thought over a beat and not make it sound awkward. So that would be the next step, I think. You just said random things and the beat sucked, the mix sucked, and you just spouted nonsense like a man who is losing his mind after an exorcism. Just Steven! Like it's like, what? Okay. So this is possession music. I don't like it, and for that reason, I'll give it a 2.5.
I have a serious question. What is I don't park at bread, I stack at bowl mean?
I think the more you try to dive into the lyrics, the more your internal clock for having children.
I feel like all these are
run
one
down.
word off. Like, I don't park at whip, I stack at bread, I pack at bowl. This is all like one word behind.
Well, let me break it down for you. They don't
Break it down.
They don't spark the whip, which means they have all their maintenance records up to date on their vehicle. So there are
Respectable.
no sparks coming out of the engine. I don't park it bread. So when they go to the park, they do not feed bread to the ducks because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to feed them like
I always feed
peas and carrots because those are the more healthy option.
Yeah.
And then
We don't want to fat shame the pigeons.
yeah, you don't want to kill the birds.
Yeah.
You're underwater.
God damn it.
There you go.
Do your dishes and you go to put up your dishes. You stack the bowls neatly in the cabinet.
Yeah. Because if you leave them in the dishwasher, people don't know if they're clean or they dirty. You never know.
Yeah. Do better,
It all
Nick.
makes sense.
Do better.
Nikki, did you diss Dice yet?
Oh my god, I don't know. I had to think.
You got this whole time to think.
I wasn't
I
thinking
promise
about
it's
it. I
not that
forgot
hard.
about it. I forgot about it. I don't diss people.
Just say something mean to him.
And then I'm really mean. I don't like to be really mean.
Dice, you have
Dice.
flaccid nipples. They fucking droop out like this. Fucking 3-inch protruded.
Dice, your
droopy
shirts are
nipples.
so big I could go sailing with them.
Boom roasted.
All right.
All right.
No,
Next
I don't
up.
like to diss.
All Savant. This is called Under 30 Season.
You wanna be some, don't you? But money can't buy it all.
How long is this
So
one?
you'll still bet it up. Good luck.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Fucking hoes no mattress. Pulling out the cam, cause she wanna be an actress. Fucking in
He's doing
bright
this on
day.
purpose.
It's gonna be a good day. Who you wanna call when you alone? Too young for the parties, too old for the clubs. Nah. Tell my mama I'm sorry, but I gotta end up. Pussy bottles, $16. Last night I did something nasty. Oh, last night I hope someone would test me. Where I'm at, can't go back. Nah, living life like it's my last day. Yeah, got it. In this life, there's only one thing I fear. Last night I did something nasty. Oh, last night I hope someone would test me. Last night I might have molested. Man, love, ain't got time for damn love. Just better come by and say it, cause you're not looking for me, looking for payment. Saying I go to the dog, I'm back to the latest. Bitch, don't come asking for it, cause you gon' get it. Always was destined, it never fit. I survived in my head. Asking but don't feed them, really don't want beer. Talk about some, you ain't talking about none. People who run early just die. No need to be now.
Fuck.
Hug me. Fuck falsetto. Yeah. Body, somebody. I done switched on it for metal. Oh, mama, I've let you down. Oh, yes, I'm heartless. Cause any time of day, I might not be here.
Okay. That was Under 30 Season by All Savant. What did you guys think of that?
It felt like a LSD-induced fever dream, specifically targeting everyone over 30. It's like, if you think that I'm going to go 10 seconds on a song, you're fucking wrong. And your old man brain can't comprehend us youngs and the way we do music. I think this is just what it is now, you know? The attention span, fucking TikTok, all this shit has gotten everybody so fucking micro-focused on 10-second increments that, you know, they're just going to plop this on TikTok and then do a stupid dance to it and boom, you know? That's what this is. I didn't like this. It hurt my feelings. And I'm too old to appreciate it. I will give this random assortment of samplers a 4, which probably should be a 2. But I'll give you a 4.
I feel like this was like worse than my ADHD. It was all over the place. Obviously this is like a demo or a preview of your is this Under 30 season. This is in Eros Savantism. So I'm guessing this is a different project. I feel like it's hard for me to like really rate these. They were kind of all over the place. It sounded like you had good vocals in a lot of them. I started trying to like write down the numbers and go along, but every time that it shut off, I thought it was over. So I was like, oh, well, what? So stuff like this is just, it's hard, because like I can't listen enough to tell if you have catchy hooks, if you have different variations from your melodies that you're using in that short amount of time. So it's really hard for me to give you proper feedback on this kind of stuff. Overall, it sounds like you're putting together a good little project, but I really don't know what it is. I liked the fourth one. I thought that sounded good. I'm at a 4-2 just because I'm confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
I can appreciate that this one at least feels like it's more mixed than like probably like the last 10 things that we've heard from you, and I didn't hear any notes that were like drastically off key like we've heard in some of the last few things from you. So I appreciate that, but I think I'm officially at the point where I can say I don't understand you as an artist, and I don't know, I'm not really quite certain what it is that you're after song wise. Some of the beats are weird, but some of the melodies that you're singing are good, but I never hear enough to really get a good grasp or sense out of it. And I'm willing to admit defeat. That's okay. I don't have to understand every artist, and I'm willing to admit I don't understand you. But I do appreciate trying to figure it out. I'm just not there yet. I don't know if we'll get there, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. So I will give this a 4 as well, just because I lack comprehension in my pea brain to know where these 6 or 7 songs are headed, and I doubt I will ever hear them completed.
It almost feels like he's torturing us on purpose. The first song started out with mattress, actress. I literally said that in our lounge chat of like, all right, here's kind of the most basic rhymes to start out with and the most cliche things you can say. What does he start out with? The exact same thing I mentioned. So, saying one phrase with a melody over a beat and then turning it off, and then saying another one phrase over a beat and turning it off. I just don't know what you want from us here. Interesting melodies as always, way too short, and wow.
Yeah. All right. There's another Hayden. I'm gonna play this Kenny track next because I feel like we need a palate cleanser, and then I'll play the Hayden video.
Kenny Hudabenga?
No, Kenny
Wendabenga.
No.
Kenny Winnebago?
Okay. All right.
Strength.
Wish I had it. All right, here is Kenny with Remember Me. Work in progress.
Kenneth Rutabaga.
All right, that was Kenny with Remember Me. Will you remember me? Y'all think racist pizza tastes better than regular pizza?
It depends on what side of history you're on, you know? If you dress up as, you know, the South in a Civil War reenactment, yeah, you probably love Papa John's, you know?
Nikki, which side are you dressing up as?
I'm gonna dress up as Little Caesars.
The only right answer. She's going to
I
go
like
to a Civil War
Domino's, though, too.
reenactment as Little Caesars.
All right, okay.
Fuck y'all both! Pizza, pizza!
I'll dress as the Little Caesars guy. I'll be like, oh, wrong era.
As for Kenny's beat, I thought it was solid. It was a nice little straight to the point melody, dope drums as usual, consistent mix, clean sounds. I give it a 8.5.
So this is the second time that I've really liked a beat by Kenny Rutabaga, but felt like the snare was just a little too high. It felt like it was really snapping in my ear. So, you know, again, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm crazy, but I would recommend turning the snare down. I did like the sample. I liked all the sounds you used. Solid beat. That would be my only piece of feedback. I will give this a 8.
Dice,
I already went.
I said this piece.
what did you give him? Sorry, you guys are breaking in and out. Or it's my stream.
It's definitely you, buddy. I gave it an 8.5.
Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't hear your rating, guys. I know he said 8. I'm at an 8 too. I thought this was nice. I thought you had a good little arrangement in here. I agree the snare was a little bit loud. That always seems to be the thing that sticks out to me the most because it's just like when you hear it, it's like, like it tweaks your brain just the littlest because it's always just so high, just right where it hits. But my dad's also a drummer, so maybe that's why. But I thought this was good overall. I thought that it sounded nice. I thought that it had a nice little catchiness to it. It had a nice energy level, consistent throughout. I do think that there was a nice little variety and layering to it too. Overall, I thought this was definitely a nice. Oh, I keep saying nice. This is nice. But I think that it was a nice little banger. But yeah,
Confirm or deny,
A2.
Kenny made a banger.
Kenneth made a banger. I can't say Kenneth because that might not even be his real name. It might actually be Kenny. Kenny made a banger.
Banger with a hard R.
You have to when you do the automated voice. It sounds weird.
Would you be upset if your significant other was the voice of a sex chat line?
If they're not live and it's pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded sex chat? That's lame. Gotta do it live.
Press 1 for sweet talk.
No, I'd hang up.
Dude,
Press
did you
2
see?
for foot jobs.
Did you see? There's people that are like killing themselves over their AI boyfriends and girlfriends. They're
That's
like,
fair.
no, you took away fucking Maruku-san, and you're like, come on, man.
Hold
Like,
on,
I've
man.
seen her, and that's just so ridiculous.
Why you gotta attack Maruku-san?
Because I know your search history.
Why can't it be like Stacy? or
Because we know what the deal is. We know who these AI folk are.
I gotta be a Japanese name, huh?
That could be, grew up in Kansas City, Maruku-san.
All right, Maruku-san from Kansas City. Shout out to you.
Shout out.
Next up is Hey to Next. This is their second track because they're double subscribed. This one is called Dear Red Demo, and it is a video of some sort. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to press play, and we're going to all pray together because it's Halloween and devil worship is fine. No, it's just a still picture. But it tricked me.
Crunchy.
Hey dear red, this doesn't feel true. Let me go to bed without thoughts of you. Inside my head just lot of meaning, and the meaning is worth $1,000,000. I've run out of luck because he stopped loving me. I didn't see the spark that we once had, and that made me very sad. But I still try to make it smile, but was it worthwhile? Hey dear Red, this doesn't feel true. Let me go to bed without thoughts of you, and so my head just changed to hue. I have to confess, I don't know what to do. So gorgeous, it gets your heart was a fortress that once I got in, you later kicked me out. I wanted to pout, my mama held me as I cried and told her my wishes. That loving you is my ambition. Hey dear Red, this doesn't feel true. Let me go to bed without thoughts of you, and so my head just changed to hue. I have to confess, I don't know what to do. Still so depressed, put myself to rest. I'm taking meds, so why do I still miss you? Ignorance is bliss, I wish I never met you. The stars are shooting by, girl, don't make me cry. Hey dear Red, this doesn't feel true. Let me go to bed without thoughts of you, and so my head just changed to hue. I have to confess, I don't know what to do.
Okay, that was Hayden with the Dear Red demo.
Hayden, aka Fallen Dove. I think if I was to give some real feedback, no hate, no nothing, just straight up, here is my first reaction. Every word you said had the same tone. Every single word you said it in the same tone. And that is, I think, the biggest hurdle or the biggest adjustment that you can make for your next songs. You can't just talk like this the whole time. It does feel like you're enunciating a little bit more and like kind of delivering it a little harder. At the same time, it can't just be the same tone the whole time. Just fucking talk like you normally talk to your friends or to the devil as you're praying to him. However, you talk out loud, do that over recording, and then do it with enthusiasm and emotion. 3.
Nikki?
How do you know I was here? Just kidding. I'm always here. Yeah, I'm about where D-Bird's at. I feel like it was just like this, and this is what it sounds like when I give you feedback, how you were really rapping this song. I think that if you were to maybe rap and bounce with the beat a little bit up and down, it might be a little bit better. But you definitely have to, with your delivery, it has to be a narrative. Like, you are narrating a story, you're narrating your lyrics, what you're trying to get across, your narrative to people. So you have to narrate it as if you are an audiobook. If you have to think of it like that, and not so monotone, just like, be the character that's trying to tell these feelings, like, be that person, because it doesn't sound like you're that person because I can't hear any emotion in your tone. So you definitely have to be able to be engaging in that. And then also the variation of your pacing is just like, it's off. You need more, I guess, variation in that, where you can tighten it up instead of trying to stretch it out too. I think that there's a lot of different ways to improve this here. I do think that you need to have a little bit more genuine emotion in your delivery, obviously, and just have a more dynamic, engaging tone if you can. Like D-Bird said, how do you have a conversation with people when you're talking to them one-on-one? Like, when you're whatever you're delivering, the content that you're delivering on, the topic that you're delivering on, whatever, if you were like telling your friend about something that you're sad or you're pissed about, like, what tone do you have when you're telling the story to your friend, not as the lyrics? but as a story. Try to put yourself in that, I guess, perspective, and that might help. It has got better, but still a lot of improvement to go. I'm at a 4.
Yeah, I mean, tone aside, I think your writing is lacking a lot of qualities that would be better. Anyway, yeah, the writing is lacking and the delivery is robotic. And like everybody said, like if you're having a conversation, do you talk like a robot? Do you like just hesitate and say words at a very paced manner, or do you deliver it comfortably? I know I've given advice before on how to improve this, but the only thing I can say now that would probably maybe kind of clear your jitters is you need to do an actual performance or go to a studio where you have to do this in front of other people, because if you can't get better recording by yourself, then you have to kind of break that monotony of doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing any difference. So I think you need to perform in somebody else, whether that's in a actual setting in a venue and trying to do a song, or whether you pay like for a couple hours in the studio just to kind of get it out of your system. I think that's coming up next. So yeah, work on verbiage, work on delivery, and try again. Speaking of trying again, next up is D Bird.
Fucking me?
That's right. Somebody's doing that. It's not me.
Not me.
This is a song called I Know. Any preface things you want to say about this?
I was just curious if you like it. Does it apply, or is it just a bunch of inside jokes?
All right. Let's see if everybody gets any of the jokes. Here is D Bird with I Know.
You knew all that I wanted was to spend my time with you. You knew all that I wanted was to spend my time with you.
I know, screams my soul when she's close. Feel it deep inside my bones, baby. I know, screams my soul when she's close. Feel it deep inside my bones, baby. I know, baby. I know. Feel it deep inside my bones. I don't need to spend the night. Got you in my dreams, made me wanna see the light. Heart-shaped box, you will always be inside. When I died in your arms, how I start to feel alive. Going blind, eyes are only for you. Tunnel vision, seeing what we go through. Only when I cook for a stop at the bookstore. Took more of me for things I said I won't do, but I grew. Yeah, guess that's the irony. Too many nights where we speculate wildly. Stay up for hours, the next day feel tired. Sleep only together when blessed with a rivalry. Read a mind, trying to relax. Lying on the couch, we can find a couple snacks. Grab sugar snap peas with a tiny bowl of ranch. We can laugh at the train wrecks, 90-day tracks like, damn, that could be us. Green flags only you could have on my trust. Just spread your love on me to combat any rust. I collapse from your touch, going back into dust like what? Yeah, this what you do to me. 2 pieces in a podcast, that's fucking unity. Never was a crooner, but I made a song for you and me. Brass back a punch, but love, you're the coolest treat. Ooh, yeah, we the best music. Who knew we'd tune into the radio frequencies playing the hits, but the same when you speak to me. Look in the mirror, it's your face that I get to see. I know, screams my soul when she's close. Feel it deep inside my bones, baby. I know, screams my soul when she's close. Feel it deep inside my bones, baby. I know, baby. I know.
It's like Rogue wants a
Feel
different
it deep inside my
nickname.
bones.
All right, that was D Bird with I Know. Nicole, what did you think of that?
I think it was good. I really like your tone throughout it, but I love your gravel tone. I like it when you get into your emotions like that, and you always have really good wordplay. Some of them I was like, oh, okay, all right. I liked I liked your last verse. I liked your lyrics in the last verse on the 2 P's in a podcast, and I'm like, oh, I like that. That's very clever. It took me a minute. I was like, you could probably watch a stream and me going like this, because with you, your lyrics are just, you have a good pen. That's something that you do. I did like the different structures that you had and the flow that you had. This was the song that you made that you were telling us about before the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, that's what I was like, because some of the beginning I was like, I don't know what that is on some things, but I'm like, it still was really good and it was catchy, even though, you know, it was a more, I guess, probed song, you'd call it, where it's more probing, more direct song for someone, you know, or something, situation. I don't know how you introduce the song, so I don't want to give out a bunch of info. But yeah, I liked this overall. It had a nice, smooth rhythm, nice pace, everything. I'm gonna give this a 7.5. I think this was good. It was very genuine too. It had a good delivery. It was pretty engaging because you kept me on my toes with your pen.
Ray, if you figure it out, let me know. I thought it was well executed, but I did not. I mean, there was a few things that I picked up on, but no, I have no fucking idea about whatever little inside euphemisms that you and your lady friend have going on. No, I don't know. I don't care.
I guess I'm looking at it from a perspective. If like that was me, like I mean, like that's fucking so cute. Too, you know, like, so I have that perspective from a female that, like, you know, that would be so cute.
Here's a perspective from your buddy. I don't give a shit. It's a good song. I don't care about you.
It's like, I'm glad you're happy, but fuck out of here.
Little giggles, your little elbow nudges. Hey, remember that episode? Yeah. Whatever. It's well done. I agree with Ray. I think the a little bit more body on the hook, but other than that, I think everything else sounds pretty clean. I'm a little jealous that I'm not playing a song. I'm gonna let that go.
Play a song. I'll fucking make a song for you as well. You know, don't get jealous that I made a song for someone that wasn't you. I'll make a song about everybody. I don't give a shit.
I'll see how I feel after we listen to the next song from Uncle Raymond called "Afraid," featuring I guess Rogue, Jepsen, and Lamb.
Sick.
All right.
I said, oh, I might lie when I'm writing my songs, 'cause truth is what I'm afraid of. Afraid of. I said, oh, I might lie when I'm writing my songs, 'cause truth is what I'm afraid of. Afraid of.
I'm standing in the wind and I be squinting at the road ahead. It's a million different places that I'd rather go instead. I tell you about the fear, but I don't think you'd understand, of living with anxiety and what this life demand. From moment to moment to moment, hour after hour, I be my worst opponent, it's my peace that I devour. And even when I'm lonely and I'm setting my own pace, it's no fewer of the sweat and tears that's dripping off my face. Yeah, with myself I'm so disgusted. So much second guessing and I'm not sure why I trusted my hopes, my fears, my thoughts, my dreams. I'm off the track, I caught the seams. Life got me by the balls and it be ripping me a new one. It's taping up my eyes and screaming, look what you've done. When panic never stops, tell me where do you run? I'm living in the dark and I stick praying for a new song.
I said, oh, I might lie when I'm writing my songs, 'cause truth is what I'm afraid of. Afraid of. I said, oh, I might lie when I'm writing my songs, 'cause truth is what I'm afraid of. Afraid of.
Yeah, hands up, flow is shocking, they are all clear. Every time I drop a verse, I make them all cheer. In the booth, I'm the truth on what they all fear. Even the corny rappers, they be all ears. I've been walking by faith, but I'm prepared to fly. I don't feel like I'm the best, now that's a pair of lies. Out here standing their own business, got me wearing ties. It's a fact, I'm the god of rap, got them paying ties. I come with everything, I guess I'm too supreme. I done seen firsthand what depression can do to dreams. Got rid of my first plan, I got a new regime. What I spit is that true religion, guess it's in my genes. I spent years trying to hide my pain, do everything to live the life I claim. I'm on track, they trying to stop my train. Forever grinding and that's not gonna change. I'm out here shining like it's not gonna rain.
I said, oh, I might lie when I'm writing my songs, 'cause
That was Rogue Jepsen and Ray Stans featuring Timothy Lamb, Afraid. Here's my only complaint, and I don't know how you necessarily resolve this, and I don't know that it's even resolvable. Or that it's even something to even make note of. I like that Ray actually sounds a little bit more polished and like natural on this. Like sometimes I think you get into that habit of I have to rap and you deliver it in a certain mannerism and it just comes off like forced. I think this felt a little bit more at home and natural for Ray. However, the only gripe that I hear on this song, which maybe is just a personal thing, is that everybody seems to have their own cadence. Like Ray is very like forceful, Rogue is light and melodic, and Lamb is like just kind of calm and laid back. And everybody has a different energy, and it kind of just switches as each person comes in. I think the hook is good, but I think just the difference in how the first verse and how the second verse is delivered stands out to me just from a listening perspective, because Ray's like really forceful and direct with his delivery, and Lamb's just kind of relaxed and like, I'm just going to tell you whatever I have to say. Not that it's a bad thing, because that's just Lamb's style, and I think Ray's come into his own, but it does stand out to me from a listening perspective, because it kind of gives me a different vibe when I listen to the first half versus the second half. And I don't know that it's even something you fix, but that's just one thing that stands out to me. I still think it's a good track, and I would give it a recorded in March. I'll take off a point then. Give it a 7.
Yeah, I feel like I agree in that like you can just definitely tell the two different styles, and it feels a little
Juxtaposed.
That's a great word.
It's a Ray word.
I will say that like I was pretty impressed by Ray's delivery. It did feel like a little bit more natural than kind of what I've heard in the past. I think that it's getting better in leaps and bounds. I think that having that passion and that emotion come through in the delivery definitely helped, because you didn't have to be super, wordy or witty. Didn't have to talk about Mount Vesuvius. It was just like, here's this thing. Here's these things I'm feeling. And then really good job on the hook. I'll say that I really liked how Rogue sounded on this. I think great melodies, tied everything together, no complaints. And then Lamb fucking knocked this out of the park. This was straight fire. The ears, like Korn / all ears bar, True Religion in the jeans. Like he had some really good wordplay there that might have, slipped under the radar. I'll give this an 8.
Sorry. I'm at an 8 too. I thought that this was really good. I feel like Rogue, you had a super catchy hook, super nice melodic. I think that all the layers, everything sounds good. I thought that the overall song was really good. Ray, I don't feel like you over lyricized it. You didn't overword it. I feel like you had a nice smooth flow. I feel like you in this song, for me more so than other songs that I've heard you do, and I think it's maybe because it was the pace you were, or the tone you were at, or just you were relaxed, so it was a lot more authentic in your delivery. It kind of made me feel like you were more storytelling than you are in some of your other songs. I feel like sometimes you just, put things together to be clever, but this one I feel like you put things together to get across, an actual point in a theme story, and I connected a little bit more with it. So I feel like it had more emotion, and I feel like you had more short lines, but you still had some longer lines, but the way that they mixed, it was really good schemes. Lamb, I feel like your lyrics were really good as well. You had really good wordplay. I liked your tone. It was very dynamic. It was different. I feel like I haven't heard you in forever either. So that was nice, refreshing. And I feel like I feel like with your damn, I cannot read my fucking handwriting here. I feel like XM in Texas. I'm trying to read my handwriting here, but I feel like you had nice tones, and you had a nice confident presence. It was really catchy. You had nice emotion through yours too, but you're always really good at putting your emotion out. Like it's really genuine whenever you, especially when you switch your tones and stuff like that. I'm giving this an 8 overall. I think this is really good, guys. Yeah, I definitely think that it could be brought a little bit more cohesive, a little bit more between your guys's a little bit more. And I'm not quite sure if it would be just like the same kind of back undertones throughout it.
All right. Shout out to Rogue and Ray. Do you guys have a release date for Rogue Radio, or what's up with the project in full? Early 2025. Thank you. Right on time. Look at that. Boom. Shout out to Rogue, Ray, and Lamb. Coming soon. All right, that's the end of the subscriber queue. This song releases 20th December. What'd you say? 04.
Well, I guess that puts us into the poor queue, doesn't it?
That's right. The broke boys.
Broke boys.
I was like, they're not gonna do it this time. I'm not gonna say anything.
Why wouldn't we say anything? Why wouldn't we do
I
it?
don't know.
What's wrong with you?
It's Halloween.
Why do you hate us?
Motherfuckers that have to sneak into their neighbor's house to get a glass of water because their shit's been turned off for 6 months.
Those little bastards who can't even afford a $5 footlong from Subway, even though it's not $5 anymore.
No, it's like
Dumpster diving in the back of a Denny's just to get a meal for you and your 10 kids.
They bring a coupon to Waffle House. Nikki, get
And
in
don't
here.
even fight anyone over it.
Nikki, get in here.
I'm not good at being mean.
Wanders up to a house, every house on their corner, kneeling to steal candy for the trick-or-treaters for one last meal.
They took pumpkins from the subdivision down the street and carved them.
They take coins out of the tithe basket when they're passing the basket around in church. Take a couple quarters out of there. You know what time it is. It's time for the free queue. Let's go.
Freak you! They go, freak you!
Facebook you. Who is Facebook? Always telling me it's Facebook user.
Somebody said cheeks, so that's somebody from the UK. Possibly. I feel like they use cheeks. This is cheeks for stuff.
You don't like cheeks?
That doesn't look British to you. Couldn't tap into Twitch work Wi-Fi is cheeks.
You don't like cheeks, Nikki?
Well, what kind of cheeks?
Butt cheeks, as Jacob would say.
Butt cheeks.
What are you eating?
Okay. A kind bar.
A who?
A kind bar.
Oh, unkind bar?
Yeah, it's real mean to you. You look on the inside, it's kind of like a joke, like a Laffy Taffy. It's a fucking diss.
That would probably give him some more attention.
You open it up, lose weight, fatty. You're like, oh.
That's Joe Boston over there. What's up, Joe Boston?
What up, Joe? Baby?
Cheeks. I guess that makes sense.
How does that make sense?
I didn't think of a Bostonian. They say cheeks.
How many Bostonians do you know?
Probably only Joe Boston.
Body Boston.
All right. Who's up first in this charade that we call music? Somebody named Circus, aka Taharquo.
Circus.
Taharquo remix of MF Doom and Daedalus, Impending Doom.
He knows his audience.
I'm not gonna like this.
I already love it. I love it that you hate it.
I should have just played one of my songs. All right, here's Taharquo with their remix of MF Doom and Daedalus, Impending Doom. Let's take a listen and see what excitement happens here.
Fuck yourself. You sniveling little shitbag.
Bro, this beat is sickly retarded, yo. Sound like it came off the Ricky Ricardo show. Lucy on the phone, she said he not home. Uzi eyed, chromed out, newly fried dome. What they say when in Rome, do home. You don't need much to construe a crude poem. A few bones for an intelligent plan. A couple of grand and an elephant man hand. Bring the skeleton, you might get a whole jam. Sell it in your mom and pop records, the soul stand. Just don't tell them when the rock and roll fan. You don't eat gelatin, hot or cold ham. Y'all don't know the same Daedalus I know. Just to earn trust, he tried to make me bust a wino. He said, don't worry, he already dead and stinking. I tapped him with the shed, he said, why you still blinking? Untie him, do your own dirty. He shot him and told him you're not worthy. So I said, what happened to his skull piece? A lot of y'all rappers be rapping and don't beats. Use Robotron's right hand, a pro-con white man with a Cali light tan. I'm like, tracks is alright, man, but oh. Like, where's his other foot at?
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, that was MF Doom and Impending Doom Taharquo remix.
Here's what I don't understand. I actually kind of liked the beat. You know what I mean? Like the drums were fine. The sample was cool. Like if sure there was some minor tweaks, maybe turn down some of the layers. But overall, like I could see that being a very rappable, very cool beat. Why ruin it with a terrible sample of MF Doom? Why ruin it with, 56K version download of an old Doom verse where he says the hard R? You know what I mean? Like, I don't... It's just a bad sample quality. It sounded bad and it didn't work with the beat. If anything, the beat was the good part about it and the vocal sample was the bad part. I'll give you a 7.5 for the beat. If you took out the other shit, and a fucking 5 where everything's at.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love the beat, actually. I would give the beat good 7.5, maybe even an 8 if it didn't have such poorly executed song on top of it. I mean, look, I'm not an MF Doom fan. I don't know his catalog, but just listening to this one verse, I don't like what he does. I don't like his delivery. I would rather listen to Chino XL than listening to that verse again.
Chino's fire.
Chino has some good moments, but just the whole staccato abstract delivery is just unappealing to me. I'm not a let me look over the flow and listen to the lyrics person. Like, no, if your flow sucks, I just can't get into it. And I don't like the flow that you used MF Doom, now deceased, on that verse. So I would rather listen to this beat by itself, is all I'm saying. I would probably give the beat an 8 if I could hear it without the verse over it. Right where it's at, I'll give it a 7.5 and just say I don't like the artist choice that you chose to do.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really match up as well. I feel like the quality too was like a little bit off for the quality. The beat was cool. I agree with the guys there. I'm at a 6. Very short and sweet.
All right,
we're in the
next
free queue.
up is Guio. This is called Stupid Beat.
Great.
All right.
Well, that's promising. That's what I look for when I search for type beats.
Yeah, stupid type beat.
Yeah, so...
I agree with the title of the beat. It is pretty stupid. What could make this better is if you took out your repeating synth melody at some point and kind of just let the drums and the percussion play. Give it a little bit of variety, but playing it for a minute and 40 seconds straight makes it sound way stupider than it probably really is. I mean, I probably could enjoy it if there was more variety in how you arranged it. So where it's at, I'll give it a 5.5. But I'd say if you like did some sections where you kind of just dropped out the melody, let the drums hit, maybe let the snares and hi-hats hit for a little bit, give it a little bit more variety. I could give it like another point or two and see it at like a 6.5, maybe even a 7. But where it's at, 5.5.
Yeah, I think I'm with Dice. Variety, it's the name of the game. The 808s were just way too loud. So, I get it. It's a style. Just normalize your fucking volumes. By normalize, I mean in the technical sense, not like be normal, bro. Maybe some of that too, but also like the sounds, you're going to have one super way loud and all the rest of them kind of hidden in the background. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. So normalize your volumes, and that would add a point already. And then just variety. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of where the guys are at. Variety definitely needed. It just kind of is the same thing over and over and over. It does have a nice upbeat tempo, but it doesn't have anything that's really exciting through it. I feel like the variety just really needs to be improved. The crunchiness, I hate the bass like that with that texture. I hate the bass being blown like that. I just don't really like that. That's not my style. I'm at a 5 as well. I owe Dice so many fucking disses. I'm gonna have to make a fucking diss track.
There you go.
Well, just do a really quick run right now.
Yeah.
I can't think that fast of bad things about Dice, because like my disses end up being like, your teeth are too white, Dice.
Doesn't matter. Literally say anything.
Tell me
your hair looks like that ends up being a compliment. These are compliments.
How's that a compliment?
No, what I was about to say. What did you just say? I didn't hear you. Broke out.
Tell me how I destroyed your happy family.
What do you mean? What family?
I don't know. Make something up. I don't know.
Dice. My cat thinks, I don't know. I fucking
Say
don't
it.
know.
What does it think? That he has
I
pubes
can't think
for
of
chin?
anything. No, that's
Pubes on
fudge.
his chin? Is that?
No, that's rude.
God damn
That's
it.
the point.
Oh, fuck.
See? Karma. This is why you don't diss people
No,
twice.
you made me so upset. You're knocking off
Right.
Michael Jordan.
Right.
shit.
Why'd you get yourself upset?
God damn it. You're getting me upset. Not me getting
Oh my
me
God, Z-Bird.
Well,
I'm gonna start dissing D-Bird.
I diss somebody.
Dice has an innie for a PP. Boom.
That's
Roasted.
crazy.
He's kind of fucked.
How does that even work?
I don't know, but you're peeing inside your own body all the time. Gross.
Sounds like a UTI walking around. All right. Next
What's up,
up
Korean
is
Jesus.
Korean Jesus.
Korean Jesus.
That's a
Sorry,
awesome,
he's
That's
not a
somebody in the
disser.
chat.
that's an
I don't
awesome.
like to be dissed, so I just don't really like to say things to people, so I don't think of things that are mean.
Literally, you could say anything, Nikki.
Yeah, you could say that I eat cat litter for breakfast.
Is that a diss?
Oh my God.
It's getting there. It's like a warm up. It's like
It
practice
is.
before the game. All right. Shout out Korean Jesus. Yeah, we're listening to music from our Discord community at the moment. We've already listened to our Twitch subscribers, and right now we're listening to the free submissions prior to us closing the queue earlier. So next up we have
Gang, 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 gang.
Dax, aka ZG's got a track called Terror. Let's take a listen to that.
Shout out KJ. Thanks for the follow.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh. Here we go. Nightmare Before Christmas, that beat.
It makes me feel like it's a sneaky beat. Like you sneak around this.
Where are you sneaking to?
I don't know. It reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas. Like they're sneaking and stealing the presents. That's what this part reminds me of. You could be sneaking into a Halloween party. Like in a movie, this could be background music for that. Like the night before. Right, there's the door creaking open. They're about to get caught. Don't wake Daddy.
Don't wake Daddy.
Don't wake Daddy? You never played that game?
No.
Don't wake Daddy. No. I like this beat though.
Ooh.
That's what she said.
All right, that was Terror by Zach's Halloween theme for sure.
Yup. I wonder if this is for like a Halloween themed competition or if they're just getting in the spooky spirit.
I hope that it's one of those two because I can't see this being made any other 11 months out of the year.
Yeah, right. There's pretty much a window from right now till tomorrow that this beat works for. So thank you for submitting it for our Halloween stream.
Thank you.
Here's where I'm at. I think it was well arranged. I think all the sounds worked together. The 808s, the synths were a little overpowering, but I still think you made it work. Very orchestral, very like cinematic. It did feel like kind of a storytelling type beat over a Halloween competition sort of thing. Like tell a story about, the Delphi murders in Indiana, which, they're currently, I think they just caught the guy. Regardless, spooky. I'll give it an objective 8 while saying I don't know what else to do with this the second that this week is over.
Who's your favorite serial killer?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think the Toy Box Killer, because he recorded a tape of himself telling his victims exactly what was going to happen. What about you?
It's a toss-up between the Zodiac and the Dahlia.
It's good. Good stuff.
I love the Zodiac. I like that it's unsolved still.
I think they just came out with a documentary about a strong, I think it's this guy.
Yeah.
Make a strong case for him. Nice. Do you get down with true crime like us whites?
Does it look like I'm engaging in this conversation?
Fair enough.
No, I don't. I have no interest in people who are going around hacking people up.
Well, I mean, that's what this song was made for,
This song was made for theme music for some sort of film or television show. Can't imagine somebody doing any type of, I want to say serious song, but I don't mean it in that way. Like, I can't imagine just a regular, I'm going to throw this on, like I said, 12 months out of the year song. It's definitely particular to a moment, a topic, a time and place. And like you said, objectively, I'll give it a 7.5. Outside of that, I don't really give a fuck about this.
I think that it was good for what it was. Like, definitely, a themed niche, very probed, very demure. I'm just kidding. But I thought that it had a nice little variation. It was fun. I could see, this being, like I was saying, in the background of something, definitely sync licensing or, just themed. Shit, people pay for radio stations out here for holidays for like light schemes. Go meet up with those people. And I think that it had a nice, different, unique sounds and elements throughout it. Had good, different variation in builds. Even some tension, when it went to the light, like when I was like, this reminds me of the Don't Wake Daddy, like it created that nice little tension, which is nice that, with just a production without, having an artist on it, that you're able to do that because that's what you want people to feel when you do put a beat out. Is something more than just listening to it. So I think that it had a nice little effect and elements throughout it. I mean, did I already grade it?
Nope.
Oh, sometimes I had write in with it, so I'm not sure. I didn't write it down, so I want to make sure. I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay. Let's see. We got a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 tracks left. We just played cream pie. The hell? D-Bird is not a cream pie. We just played Zach's Happy Halloween terror song. You know what, Korean Jesus, I'm in a good mood today, and we're light on the chat. I'm gonna play your song next, even though the queue is closed, and I probably shouldn't do that.
Damn, Halloween presents. What's up?
Yeah, so
He did follow us, so that's the first step towards enlightenment.
He followed. He joined the community. He didn't, bitch or complain about being in the queue.
You're underwater again.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw this mic out the window. It's only this microphone. I should probably just use my better mic, but I don't feel like moving it. Anyway.
Sound like you're drowning in the struggle when it happens.
I am struggling. Spiritually. But yeah, we make music. We also do this show every Wednesday, and people from our community, they'll submit their songs in the queue, as you've seen. We listen to it, give it some rating, give it some feedback, or if they just want a shoulder to cry on and listen to.
Gang.
The real flood.
And your echoes ain't even coming back this time.
That was the gang.
Okay.
Where to find some of our stuff? We're everywhere. So I think, hold on, let me see if this works. Unless I deleted that shit. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, it works. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Songwhip is now defunct. Oh, wait. It's still up there. I'll drop some links to everybody's stuff.
Sounds like... Never mind.
Sounds like what? Teen Spirit?
No, I was going to say a diss, but I didn't.
And then you mute yourself. All right. There's our music. You can also search for White Collar Rhymes on any streaming platform and find our music. So yeah, check us out. Let us know. In the meantime, we're going to check you out. This is called Hiro Yoto Remix. And anything that you would like to share with us as we listen to it, feel free to let us know. Where's Passive? He's probably fucking at home. I don't know. Shit. Do I look like Passive? You saying all black people look alike, Joe?
White Collar Rhymes, all platforms. You can see all of our collaborations and our collective. We have a lot more than just us that make music together.
Yep. All right. Here's some tunes.
Tuning it.
That's me. Oh, it says Charlie. Oh, you changed my name.
Ooh.
Okay, that was Korean Jesus with Hero Yoto Remix. I'm not sure if that's your artist name or if you have a preferred name I should be calling you. Um, but yeah, what did you guys think of that?
I liked it a lot. I think the synth, the bass, like all of these sounds were really well put together. I think they worked together really well. The progression, the song structure, I basically liked everything about this, except for there was one technical piece that I just wish was tweaked a little bit, which is I felt like sometimes on the percussion, some of the choices weren't as strong. Specifically, the kicks felt like I wanted them to be a little bit more deep to go along with like the deep bass that you had going on, the EDM feel of it. I wanted a deeper kick. So maybe, thinking about either making it less electronic stabby and more just kind of boom. And the cymbals specifically, and one of the snares, not towards the end, but kind of in the middle, just were a little low. So in the mix, I wanted the drums to kind of come up and match the volume and the energy of what the other layers were doing. So I think that would be the one tweak I would suggest, is kind of getting those percussion parts dialed in the same ways that you have everything else going, and kind of matching that strength. So overall, really enjoyed it. Those are just the small technical tweaks I'd make. I'll give this an 8.
Oh damn! Let me fix your name. That's Bird.
Yeah, everything keeps resetting. Like, wait a second. I thought that that's why I was like, who changed my name earlier? I thought that this was good overall. I thought that it was catchy. It had good energy levels. However, I do wish that it was more exciting, had more exciting drops. Like when you're doing the synths, where the synths like do the hangout, when they hang high, and that's when all the energy is like, ha ha, and everybody's like, yeah. Like that's when you need to have like I feel like you didn't really have drops leading up to that, or even really after it. I feel like you need to have a bigger build up to that hang point, because otherwise people aren't at that same energy level with you. You have to get them there, and you did a pretty good job of it. I just would want harder hits, harder drops, bigger drops. I just feel like I didn't really hear any like huge ones, and that's always what I'm looking for in this style of music. I feel like it sounded pretty good. The mixing quality was good. There was a pretty clear separation between the different parts of it. I think that, the different effects you had on it sounded good too. So I give this a 7. I think this is pretty good. I just want more variation, more drops after the tension build that you have throughout the song.
Yeah, I agree with Bird. I think the one thing that stood out to me is I wanted a little bit more forceful kicks. Not that it had to be overpowering or anything, but I definitely feel like they should have kind of thumped a little bit more to kind of stand out with the deep sense that you had going on. But overall, I like the arrangement. I like kind of the vibe that you start with and end with. I didn't feel like there were any bad transitions necessarily. I didn't feel like, momentum fell off or anything felt out of place. I just felt like for the tones that I was hearing, that the kick should have been a little bit harder, maybe even a layered kick or something a little bit more deep. But I feel like you can go a little bit bigger with the kicks and not lose any of the vibe that you set with everything else that you have. But the arrangement is solid, the mix is solid, and everything sounds pretty clean, man. The only other thing I would nitpick on is just personal preference. Some of the snares just felt a little bit flat, but that's just nitpicking at that point. The main thing that stood out to me is just I wanted a harder kick. So I would give this I'd give it objectively a 7.5, maybe an 8. So I like it. I mean, just first impression out the gate. Listen, I'm impressed. I would say I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm like, yo, this is solid. I would listen to more from you. All right, about the way, dog. Shout out to Korean Jesus. Thank you for joining the community. Yeah, we do this every Wednesday, man. So also our Discord is pretty active. So if you ever need like day-to-day input on stuff, we have feedback channels for that.
Aquaman. Hey. Oh.
Hit your mic again.
Yep, you sound like a background track, bro.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, it's coming out the right mic.
Boom, des.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah.
All right. Who else just joined? Wugs.
Really? Her butt is in my face.
Yeah, we're over 2,000 members now. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. Yeah, Korean Jesus. I was saying we stream every Wednesday. So we do this every Wednesday. We review music. On Thursdays, there's a show that's hosted by our folks who are residing in the United Kingdom. They call it the Tuesday show because it used to be on Tuesday, but it's now on Thursday. Sunday evenings, D-Bird hosts a show where he talks about the Survivor TV series with co-host DJ B. And then every now and then on Mondays, Nikki has a show where she interviews people.
Every now and then, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, been on a little bit of hiatus, but
I know, man. I gotta finish up everyone's. I am gonna do community interviews soon. Sorry.
yeah, but we also have some other stuff kind of in the pipeline. Did a recent survey kind of asking folks what they were interested in, and competitions and podcasts were at the top of the vote. So we'll have some other stuff cooking up. But yeah, other than that, we got to happen in Discord. So we're always around. We're always active, but we'll be here every week. All right.
Shout out.
Wugs, I know you dropped as well. Normally the queue is closed, but got two new folks here. We're kind of light on the tracks tonight. So Wugs, let me play a couple more from the submission queue before it was closed, and then I'll play yours too. So trying to welcome in some new folks and keep people engaged.
It's a Halloween miracle, Papa.
Yeah, don't do that, please stop.
Can I eat supper tonight? Outside of just the roast chicken
You
bone.
sound like the old guy off of Family Guy.
Mhm.
The NyQuil guy.
All right. Sure.
Nikki, how do you feel about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? You ever see that movie?
I've seen Willy Wonka. The second one? I've seen them both. I mean, I've seen them both, but it's not Charlie. It's Willy Wonka.
Okay. All right,
I
Nikki.
hate that they renamed it.
I'm moving on. I know where we're headed with this one.
All right.
All right. Next up is Alejandro. This is called Late Night Negocios. I don't know what that word means. A little offended.
Negotiation. If you've ever done business in Espanol.
You know what? I'm not going to comment on that. I'm just going to play the track.
Late night negocios, stacking up these blue notes. Late night negocios, wet out straight from the kilo. Late night negocios, faucet rocked with the stove. Late night negocios, running through these burner phones. Don't be mad, just exposed her estilo. Always my go-to fuck when I'm aprendido. En las calles de Ojinaga periqueado. 3 p.m. to 5 a.m. pelea with los gallos. Las putas me quieren. I'm from los estados. Late night negocios. Running through these different hoes. Late night negocios. Nasty puta with the blanco. Late night negocios. 5-7 with the Draco. Late night negocios. Your baby mama's favorite Sancho. Fucks and licks on me. Visits with the Cubans, running with the Mexicans. Full force gunplay, I'm the gallo con los cohetes. Plug with Gustavo, shaking hands with the jefe. Late night negocios. With the paisas not in ese. Late night negocios. Kilo straight from the puente. Late night negocios. Pesado, no need for protection. Late night negocios. Roses for my Santa Muerte. Late night negocios. Made my bed, I'll lay up in it. Not scared of days in prison. Every day of life's a blessing.
Yeah, that was unpleasant. The repetitive late night negocios, just kind of punching in every like 4 lines or 3 lines, however many cadence, that was kind of in poor taste, I would say, just because it just kind of threw off the momentum that you had. But overall, it just sounded like you kind of got sloppy drunk and you thought, I have a song idea, let me just knock this shit out real quick. And that's kind of how it came off to me. I did laugh at a few parts, like when you said you're his baby mama's favorite Sancho. That was funny. But, you know, I think it could have been done a whole lot better if you took it a little bit more serious. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to give this a 4 out of 10.
I mean, this sounded like a late night negocio, for sure. Sounded like there were some late night negocios going on. Yeah, man. I think that your tone is like you have something that you can work off of there. That was probably the highlight. Everything else, like the flow was off. You're kind of just saying nonsense that's kind of basic, you know, gangster rap lines. And it just, I think the beat didn't do you any favors either. It almost felt like somebody was, you know, in a barn just drunkly slamming on a keyboard while, you know, you just kind of rambled about, you know, the cartel or whatever. As a song, not for me. You've got some growing to do. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm at a 4. I feel like it's just very. The lyricism needs some assistance. I feel like you need assistance with, you know, your pace and everything. I know. I'm trying not to. Jesus, Dice. Two negatives a positive. 2 negatives a positive. Oh yeah, Korean Jesus. Sorry. I feel like you really need to work on your delivery. You know, your tone isn't bad, like they said. I don't think that it's terrible. It can definitely be worked on. Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. I feel like, however, you do need to definitely just. I don't know. You need to practice. I definitely think you need practice. Metronome, I think you need all of it. All the starters. You need the...
So when I say everything, it's a problem, but you say practice on all the things, it's okay?
I think...
Own and delivery, Dice.
Listen, I think that you need to get yourself a White Collar Rhymes artist starter kit. It comes with a metronome and a little mini mic. I'm just kidding. But I do think that I think that it's good building blocks. You have a good foundation. I think that you can possibly, you know, just if you could work on your tone, or not your tone, sorry, your actual delivery, staying on, tightening up your writing to make sure that it fits, you know, completely. So your delivery is easier, because when your writing fits perfectly, your delivery is a lot easier. You don't have to think about that. You don't want to think about too much shit when you're trying to do your song. So you just have to practice so you don't have to think about it, because it becomes muscle memory. But yeah, I'm at a 3. 4. I said 4.
So now, as a rule, you got to diss Dice. It was less than a 7. Diss Dice.
Yes, I have to diss Dice still.
Dice has spaghetti fingers. Boom.
Why do you say things like that?
It's like he gets pulled over for walking out of his front door.
Why are you dissing yourself?
You won't do
I
it.
can't say that because
Funny.
Dice is like elevator music.
There you go.
No one really pays attention to it.
Boom, roast.
I'm sorry, that's so mean. I don't like that.
Nice size dildos for headphones.
What the fuck?
All right, what's the next song?
All right.
I just did not. Sorry, didn't grow up in rap battle forums. Holy shit, I cannot talk tonight. Rattle bat forums.
What is a rattle bat?
Where you guys just
Dice is a rattle batter.
A rattle batter. That's
All
the
right.
new nickname for someone.
And then she mutes. All right, next we're gonna listen to Slides, and then after that I'll play Wugs' track, and then we have AD Rocky, Odin, Gray, Graded X, Token, Cyclone, and Zeke. Getting close to the end here. All right.
Sorry, I was getting my food.
What are you eating?
Didn't mean to just go to mute. Domino's. Because they're still open and they deliver. And $6.99.
Yeah, should have been Little Caesars.
I had Little Caesars the other day. I love those little puffs.
Me too.
I like a little puff too. All right, here's Slides with Be Humble.
I said, bitch, be humble. I ain't not personal, just I just need a break from you. All you do is fucking cry. All I do is fucking buy. Kick the cup just for you. I just need a little time. Spend my money just to fight. Pop an X, I'll touch the sky. I said, fuck it, buy it up. Cause my money's 6 foot tall. I was broke, I don't recall. I'm really by myself, my lonely. Got one gang, yeah, my only. Why they put the blame all on me? Run the city, run the charts. Moving different, moving silent. I can't tell me right from wrong. I decided who I chose. I decided that I'm wrong. I didn't change a thing at all. I regret all of the things that I said. I'm really sorry. Regret it all. I said, bitch, be humble. Why? Ain't no personal, just I just need a break from you. All you do is fucking cry. All I do is fucking buy. Kick the cup just for you. I said, bitch, be humble. Why? Ain't no personal, just I just need a break from you. All you do is fucking cry. All I do is fucking buy. Kick the cup just for you.
Hey, that was Slides with Be Humble.
Yeah. All right. Here is my first reaction. This had a cool sound to it. I think you've got some talent. I think the tone and the melodies were good. I also feel like the writing could be improved, right? It felt like if you did write, it could have even been a freestyle, right? I feel like we've commented on that before in previous iterations, basically every time, where like, I love a good swear word, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck. But if you're just using it to fill in the space, if you're using it as filler, it comes across as such. It comes across as lazy writing. And I think overall it's a good song, but you just said fucking so much fucking times that I fucking kind of got lost in the sauce. So I just wish you would have upped your pen game a little bit for what this track was. But I could see the appeal. I'll give it a 7.
7? I can't give it that high. I feel like the delivery was just offbeat too much. Like he kept coming in offbeat, and I feel like he could have executed a little bit harder. And I was underwhelmed. It sounded good, but then when I'm like paying attention to the mechanics of it, I was displeased. It was flaccid rap. Yeah, I'm at the same as Wugs. I'm at a 5 out of 10. Like I don't hate it, but I don't like it enough to give it like props. Buffalo.
Buffalo, and that was so gross. So gross. I was like, what the fuck?
You don't like buffalo sauce?
No.
Oh, everything's too
spicy
spicy.
shit. Oh no, yeah, that's why I was like, oh fuck, I need some milk.
Too spicy for her.
It is spicy. I got a honey barbecue chicken pizza upstairs. It's probably gonna be spicy.
Mouth is on fire.
It's probably gonna be.
You
Yeah,
ever tried mayonnaise? That shit is fucking lava to the tongue.
fire.
All right, Nikki, what you think of this song?
I don't want to be under a 7, but I am. Damn it, Dice. I am blaming you because people are submitting tracks that are under 7s just so I have to diss you.
You're doing this on purpose.
You're gonna have to go quicker though. You're gonna have to say something.
So for this one, no, I feel like I agree with the guys. You know, I feel like your delivery is off. You need to tighten up. I feel like there's times that you come on, you come off. I'm sorry. I feel like you really need to work on your delivery, kind of overall, like the enunciation, the hitting on everything. Really getting behind your delivery a little bit more and just really tightening up. I'm at a 6. I'm trying to like avoid having dust dice.
And
Dice, you spit so soft, my whispers are louder.
the fuck?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. I can't diss people.
All right, I'm over the whole Nikki Disney experience.
I can't
All right,
diss people.
I'll take over for her.
Perfect.
You already said I have an innie for a
Dice has an innie for a PP. Yeah.
You're not mean to me, so I don't diss you. Like I'm just.
All right. Okay. Well, let's listen to a newcomer to the chat. Welcome to the community, Wugs. You got a track here called "Chasing Ghosts." Like I said, I mean, we're checking out Korean Jesus and Wugs because, you know, we're light in the queue tonight. Normally, we'd just now be getting to the free queue right now, but we had a light subscriber, and then we're almost through with the free queue. So, what the hell? Got 2 new people in the chat. Let's check them out.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So this is Wugs Chasing Ghosts. Let's listen to it.
Think I'm chasing ghosts. Shawty, where you go? Hey, hey, no. Think I'm chasing ghosts. Shawty, where you go? Baby, tell me where you went. I don't even fucking know. I was broke down bad on my motherfucking home. And you show me what your true colors is. I don't know. Yo, I don't even know. Yo, yeah, I don't know. Chasing fucking ghosts. I've been chasing chains, man. I think it's time to go. Think it's time to go. Think it's time to speak it from the heart. I done played my part. You was on the face, should've seen it from the start. Oh no, I don't know. I say fuck it, get it done. I can get it done. Treat it bitch like I don't know. Drink too much, shit, can't do too much. Smoke too much, I might be like too much. You gon' hear me on the song, you gon' see me on the map. I was underage, shit, I'm trying to get it back. This ain't what we wanted, but you know it's where we at. This ain't pressure making diamonds, but the pressure it been too much. All niggas say I'm out of tune. Yeah. Think I'm chasing ghosts. I've been on the road, bitch, I'm doing all my shows. They fucked me up. I was broke down bad on my motherfucking home. And you show me what your true colors is, I don't know. You, I don't even know, nah. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, that was Chasing Ghosts by Wugs. My thoughts on this is like, I think you have a good sound, and I feel like I was wanting more from you, like some lyrics. Like I feel like you kind of like spaced things out because you didn't have anything necessarily to say, so you just kind of ad lib through it. And then when you did actually pick up and you did a verse, I liked it, but then you kind of like fell back into the lack of lyrics and you kind of like, you know, just ad lib through it. And I think you have a good sound, and I just wish there was more lyrically to kind of like digest. Damn, you got to add.
That's so awkward because you're like, I know we're kind of doing this for you, and it's like, well, I guess we'll just fill time till you're back.
Yeah, I guess we can. Nikki can diss me some more.
Yeah, that's right. What you got, Nikki?
Yeah, Nikki, what you got?
You're a punchline no one remembers.
Ooh, why didn't you say that like an hour ago?
Because it's fucking mean. I don't know how to like diss at all, or I'm fucking asshole. And it's still hard because you're not mean to me. So like if you're mean to me, there was a time in my life in 2008, 2009, 2007 when I was in high school. Okay, when I was in high school and I listened to rap, and I did things and was hoodlum, and I would diss people when I was drunk at parties in front of everybody. But I had to be wasted.
So,
but people laughed. There was a time for a good span, little span.
Dice uses laundry detergent as toothpaste.
Boom, roast.
I just
right.
it's hard for me to be mean.
Oh, shit.
See, karma. It's karma.
Hold on. When he. All right.
Is that me or is that the stream?
It's the karma, bro.
I think it's you.
I keep dropping or everyone drops?
You drop, and then when you rejoin, it disconnects everybody.
Okay, fuck me.
All right. But no, what I was saying is like, I like how it sounds. I just feel like there was a lot of filler because you didn't come up with any. I don't know whether you wrote this down or you freestyled it, but there was like just a lack of lyrics. And like when you actually picked up in your verse, I liked it. I liked the sound. I mean, it didn't need to be overly complex for what this was like, but I like the vibe you presented. I just wanted more to listen to. And I felt like I was listening to like 50% ad libs and then 50%, you know, a condensed verse like right in the middle. You punched in. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing really critique wise I have, other than like raising the volume or changing the mix in the vocals so that they're a little bit clearer to hear over the beat, because the beat was kind of loud in comparison to your vocals. But I feel like I wanted to hear more from you, and I feel like it was mostly just kind of ad libs, like, oh, I'm chasing ghosts. Yeah. Like, give me something after chasing ghosts, like lyrically. So I think that's probably my biggest critique. Objectively, I would give it a. If I have to compare it to like some of the stuff that we've heard tonight, I'd put this at a 7. Normally, I'd probably say 6.5, but like if I'm thinking holistically where we're at tonight, I think this is kind of like upper mid tier. I give it a 7.
Yeah, it's not bad. I agree with Dice on like just the lyrical part of it. I'll double down on the beat is way too fucking loud for those vocals. Like it's drowning them out. It is like really hard. And then so you're straining to listen. You're like, what the fuck is he saying? And then when you actually hear it, you're like, oh, not much. You know, like I wish it was just so present where it's like I don't have to guess. I don't have to strain to listen. And it sounded like you were kind of delivering it with confidence, with good melodies. Like you have a good style. So because of that, I think you can leverage the good beat, the good style and delivery mixed well enough. The lyrics, you can kind of push them to the side because, as I say, do 2 of the 3, you'll have a good song. So I think this is a good stylistically, but just I want the same things that Dice wanted out of it that just it wasn't there. I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I feel like kind of doubled down on everybody's beat down, vocal up. Everything kind of seems drowned out by the beat. I feel like the qualities needs to be fixed, and I feel like you need to tighten up on your delivery. I am at fuck. I'm at a 6.5.
All right, AD Rocky, what's up? Welcome back.
What's up, Rocky?
You don't have to explain yourself, man. We're just good to see you back in the community.
Yeah, missed you, brother.
Speaking of which, 80 up next with a track called Borderline, Breaking Cycles, produced by Noir. Let's take a listen.
No higher.
Since I was a kid, I had to stay subliminal. Tell the cops, parents said nah, because I'm killable. I put you in, now I can take you out this world, you fool. If you tell this to your kids, you probably shit and cruel. The individuals my dad had in our swimming pool, they like to diddle kids like it was a ritual. Dedicated to youth, making it in uncool. Like they gaining our years by steady in the fools. Verse 1, wrote in 2017, bitches, this is my journal, it is for your eyes only, bitches. I wrote this log in the car, tortured by Creed, bitches. Can you take away me, bitches? Daddy was a blonde with blue eyes, his bill was strong. He a goatee and he always wore clothes from the Bronx.
Hold on. 7 minutes and 46 seconds, AD Rocky. What are you doing in my ears, buddy?
He's spitting, dog. He's fucking spitting.
All right.
Spitting about diddling, dog. Fucking in swimming pools, individuals diddle kids, bro. It's in his diary.
All right.
His wife, her hair was brown, with black eyes without an ounce. So compassion, she would pounce. My sis jealousy because Joshua Davis raped my little sis. And then he brag about it, laugh about it, it's bullshit. He check us both up out of school to get us some threats like if we tell, then we get bullets. Got kicked out, punched him in the face. Now my mama, he gon' take me back 2019, save my little sister, and I make sure she's in a better place. I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all. I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all. I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all. I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. The paranoia is poison for us. My contracted borderline, my joy is a buzz. I'm out of luck, out of touch. Your boy is a drug addicted motherfucking ass. Y'all hoisted him up so he can let your bastard down and pour it into ya. And yet y'all mean nothing to him cause he don't feel the love. Verse 2, wrote in 2021, bitches. I haven't wrote in here in quite the time because I've been way too focused on getting some drugs. Women using people that I hate to get a buzz. I did a lot of meth, never injected it. I snorted, held my breath, waited to let it hit. Porcelain particles and party just to better shit. Like self-esteem until I be it when I met this chick. She had black hair, brown eyes. We had the same past, but bound guy. We would joke all the time, she found mine. Cause left and went and said she see mine. I like it cut G or downtime. We'll spend together most of the time around my little sister, she would be a damn bitch. 3 months in, her true colors found God. I would get cheated on, beat it undefeated, dog. See it's awful, see if God exists and he is evil, dog. I stayed with her because I knew in her heart she's wrong. But it's all because she wanted love, was scared to be it, God. I think I felt the same, I think she felt the rage. She left me, who's to blame? Maybe she felt the way about me being the man with the console. Take me for a pussy cause I try and console her when she was feeling down. And now I know that I should've never listened. My God, bro, if she said it then I took it as a fact. In my heart we got on her cause my borderline began in the start. Because I thought she treated me really bad. It was hard learning that I was right, so my fears I'd act on them hard. In all my best relationships, no saving shit, they fell apart cause that lady bitch. I'd save them all, I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all, I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all, I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. I'd save them all, I'd save them all. I'd help them out before I take it and I break it all. 2023 screens haunt me, God with the glee one. And because tragedy haunts me, I'm living reruns of every nasty thing, of every moment beat on, of how Michelle would cheat. So my new girl, she sees what? Girl, what the fuck you see in me? I'ma tell you what I see in you. I see a fucking demon who just wants to be me too. A bloody pup and use me, I still wanna be with you. Cause on the odd chance I'm wrong, I remember our song. Your really beautiful hair, your face it glows in the dark. And yet it is the darkest thing that I laid us on. I'm in a pond full of poison, don't save me die, because I am the only one who can get me out of it. And once I'm out of it, he'll get the poison out of him. You gotta watch it though, cause it'll burn like how it did. After I fucked that Hello Kitty girl, I'm out to shit. I thought there ain't no way that I'm loved, so I'ma say shit and fuck other girls. Maybe I love you, maybe 80 is just too scared to give the proper loving. And maybe I just need something for when you gon' fuck him. I'm truly sad you made my birthday better. Got me a shirt, a leather jacket, and a birthday letter. Not feeling where they better off being in their grave. Never did I think I'd ever be low, so I hurt and left her. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right. 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 Little did I know I needed saving by me being Satan. I saw that he had the thing that's making a person lovable. I am the entertainment, but does that mean they using me? No, that's being crazy. And as a matter of fact, even if fashion is whack, I know some folks who liking Dax, so that crap doesn't have any relativity to me. Been having a blast with my new lady, think I'm ready. Oh yes, Ashley has went to therapy for all of that shit. It only girl who got my digits is my lady, she with it. Lets me check her phone sometimes, and if I think she a critic, helps me be the greatest version of me I can be living. With her in my life, it's probably the best. Her daddy got arrested, just 5 years in the pen, because he trafficked kids. Searched the mom and made again. Really quiet when CPS was coming in. She couldn't leave her house for years, they would've sewn her mouth. And if they could've, swear she should've simply burnt the house that she was in and leave them in, get the doors, lock them now.
What was that?
A strange quality change.
My emotional support is a lady. She leaning on me crazy. To her kids who are making each other's lives way better than they was before we taking the pain that they had gave us, making it to more love, baby. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right. What I see on my shoulder is a new life. The hand of my lady, with you I'ma do right. You haven't done shit, the verse 2 would do. I'm not the same guy from verse 3 with you, mine. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right. Shut the fuck up, I want all the new play. Buying you diapers, just crying you right. We finna break the cycle, but through stupid strife.
That was Borderline Breaking Cycles by A.D. Rocky.
Nikki, do you want to take this one first?
Yeah, sure. Look, it's way too long. Like, what is it, like 6, 7 verses? I lost count. It needs to be broken up, and I think the problem that I found, especially as you got to like the second and third and so forth, is like you're writing so much that it kind of becomes more basic and your flow becomes less complex and less engaging and less interesting. Like you're so invested in like telling this story that you lose kind of that essence, that vibe of the delivery that I've heard in some of your tracks before. And also, good point, Cyclone. The beat is pretty much the same for 7 minutes and 46 seconds. So there's not a lot of like sonic engagement that I'm hearing here that makes me say, oh, wow, I want to keep listening. You know, if I was not in this setting of reviewing this, I would kind of be like, kind of what FUG said earlier is like, I'm not really understanding where it's at, like 2-3 minutes in, and I'm kind of lost in the sauce at this point. I know you're kind of breaking it down and you're explaining everything, but it's not really hitting, and it's not really connecting immediately to where I'm like, oh, okay, let me keep listening. Where does this story end? Where does this story go? And then like some of the lines kind of like jump out like, oh, what did he just say? And, like diddle kids at the first verse and all that other stuff. And they're like some questionable lines, but like it's not questionable to the point of like, oh, I'm super interested. It's questionable like, oh, whoa, what did he just say? and then I kind of like zone out again. So you got to keep it interesting, especially the longer the song goes on. And I would say the longer the song goes on, the less retention you're going to get from listeners. And, you know, even saying that outside of like current generation where, you know, shorter songs are the sweet spot, like even if you played this back in like the 90s, early 2000s, like you got to really like be delivering a message or have like a really good vibe for somebody to sit and digest 8 minutes of content. So I would say it needs to be broken down in parts, and there needs to be more change-ups, more alliteration, more variety for this to really like hit where it needs to go. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm at a 5.
Nikki?
Yeah, you had some real vivid imagery in those lyrics there. A lot of lyrics there too. Very, I guess you'd say, clear narrative. I feel like some of these lyrics were so specific that they're unrelatable though, so you have to be careful with that. But I guess with a song like this, I mean, like, it's hard to not go on about something that, like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to talk about something that's like not so personal for that long in a song, you know, so it would kind of hard to make it a little less personal, I guess. But maybe shorten it up if you could. I feel like I did hear the quality difference too. It sounded like it was set back, and I feel like I can hear your punch-ins in a lot of places. So definitely be careful of that. Be conscious of that. When you're punching in, make sure that you're starting before yada yada yada. Don't just start and go try to catch on to, you know, the little part of the last lines that you were doing when you were punching in. I feel like your delivery's pretty good though. You have a good flow and tone to you too. There were certain parts where it did remind me of like Kendrick style, kind of like how you came in at the beginning, kind of more story, like talking like that. I feel like when it was the most noticeable punch-ins for me, I did write this one down, was when you were doing the back and forth, the left-right shit, and then when you said what I see, you can clearly hear a punch in there. So definitely go back and check that out, and go back through, maybe tighten up, shorten it up, try to make it a little bit more, I guess, variation in the structure in it to make it more catching to keep the listener listening if you're going to be this long. I'm at a 6.5.
Yeah. Look, here's my first take. It felt like you had a pocket you were comfortable with, and then you just fit, 7 minutes of writing into the same cadence. It was like na 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 na. It felt like you just kept that structure throughout the whole thing. And the writing specifically, I wrote down a couple times where I think your delivery is actually one of your stronger points here, but also you're fitting the delivery into the cadence rather than the other way around. You say words strangely in order to fit them, hitting the exact same tone as a word that doesn't necessarily rhyme with it. So I wrote down a couple ones from the first time, is like, for your eyes only, or like bullets. It's like you just say the word fucking weird. And I get it. It's to, match perfectly the tone of the word before. But I'm just saying that it's noticeable and that it might be a better choice to find a better rhyming word. To kind of touch on Dice's point, some of the shit you were saying, man, it's so specific and so just kind of like, I get it. It's a very personal song. It's very, like a diary-esque. But, if you just look at the whole thing, it's like, all right, first verse, there's people diddling kids in a swimming pool. Second verse, like, my sister's a fucking bitch. And, I fucked this bitch who then cheated on me. And then third verse is like, all right, well, I'm fucking this Hello Kitty bitch. And you're like, wait, what? There's so much going on here. Like, just let's
hard to digest all of that
down. Yeah. hard to digest as a single entity. And I would just say that like the beat fucking fire. Noir killed this, but this cannot be longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. My best recommendation is I actually like that left, right, left thing. Maybe keep that as the hook. Figure out a way to kind of tie in, like, you know, something on the shoulders, blah, blah, blah. Cannot be more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Keep 2 verses. And honestly, this might be one of those where I'd suggest the use of metaphor, right? You can have an insanely detailed personal song, but instead of somebody diddling fucking kids in a swimming pool, maybe you're putting different language around it that's a little bit more relatable and not so like fucking pause what. So that's just some things to think about. Doesn't have to dump it all out, you know, condense, but not bad. I think it's a good attempt and a good start. I'll give it a 5 as well.
5.
Okay. I'm not sure why they're getting an ad. It doesn't say. It says we got like 17 minutes left. Okay, you're back. All right. Well, the real F Woo G's, thank you for correcting the pronunciation. They tipped $5, so they got another song here that's called "Take Me Home." And then after that, the Fallen Dove is back. They also tipped $5, so we'll play them right after that.
Take me home, 80 Rocky, to the place. The diddle kids.
Stop that. Please stop.
Karaoke night.
Way too drunk, take me home. Take me, way too drunk, take me home. Somebody just gotta do it. I'm already fucked up. Take all of these problems, put them all up in my cup. Drink and give it up. No, I drink, I'm give it up. Time is moving fast. Got no time for love. Only time for me, baby. Got no time for her. I want you to roll, baby. We gotta be all one. Unison, we won. Way too drunk. Take me home. Take me, way too drunk, take me home. Somebody just gotta do it. Got nobody around me. No harm, no, I can't go. Take me home, take me home. She's treated like a game. But baby, don't you know that you can't play me?
Right. That was the real F Woo G's with Take Me Home. Why can't All Savant submit stuff like this? You know? Just
Because
it's so hard to ask.
He wants to troll us. That's why. He wants to make our lives worse as we sit in the chair every Wednesday.
All right. I like this. After listening, the inner me wants this to be like the intro to a full song. Like, I wish this was like a prelude to like drums coming in and more to it. But I like it for what it is. I like that it feels like authentic and there's emotion behind it. And I like the kind of like the light touch that you feel without like just overdoing it. I like it. I mean, it doesn't have to be like this big whole orchestrated event. It's like vulnerable little take me home, here's why, here's how I'm feeling type stuff. I like it. I give this a 7.5. Selfish me wants a full song out of it, but like taking this from the perspective of this is like an interlude or maybe like a prelude to a bigger track, I like it. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I liked the tone. I liked the melody. I liked the production value. I think all of those things you had work in your favor. The one piece that I think was the biggest detractor for me was the mumbling. And I get it. It's a style, it's whatever. But you can't tell me this wouldn't be way stronger if you just leaned into it and really not like enunciated your words, but just like really lean into it and deliver those fucking suckers instead of just you know, it feels like you're falling asleep. It's Xanax music. And I understand there's a lane for it. I just think that for me, it would have been better and would have hit harder had you just leaned further into the delivery rather than leaning away from it and just kind of trailing off your words, because it did get a little hard to understand sometimes. That being said, the vibe and the just production value was pretty good overall. So I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I like this overall. I'm at a 7 with this. I feel like you had a nice tone, and I feel like you had good emotion, but I do want more enunciation. I feel like it did get better towards the end, but the beginning it was really, really mumbled. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I feel like I liked your cadences to it and your melodies in it. I think that you had good little layers to it as well. It had a good mix on it and everything. I feel like it would sound good with some like really high tones, like saying "Take Me Home," like throughout behind it towards the end, like stretched out in the background behind your outro like hook. Just very lightly going like "Take me home," like, you know, going down in a run very slowly. I think that would sound nice and give it a nice back like muted support. But yeah, I'm at a 7. I thought this was good. I would just want more. The only thing I actually wrote down was enunciate more. So.
Okay. What's next? Fallen Dove. Here is Love Flow. But shout out to the real F Blue G's. Thank you for tapping in and sharing some songs. I really want to hear more. Yeah.
Strong showing right off the bat.
All right. What is this? Where did this go? Love Flow.
Get that bag, J Flex.
Watch down, touchdown, what? Love and love now. Head down, head low. Heart hit by torpedo. Free flow, love flow. Spinning on his beho. Something magical is in the air. Watch down, touchdown, what? Love and love now. Head down, head low. Heart hit by torpedo. Free flow, love flow. Spinning on his beho. Something magical is in the air. Sip till you're numb. Didn't mean to sound dumb, but I guess I'm in love. Girl can't reciprocate, so I sit and pull a pain. Introspective on my love life. Perspective was stabbed with a knife. I stare off into the night. When I smoke, I sometimes get emotional. I hate players, but I'm a chaser. Ain't no SIMP, but I do show sympathy. She don't know what she mean to me. Watch out, touchdown, what? Love and love now. Head down, head low. Heart hit by torpedo. Free flow, love flow. Spitting on his beho. Something magical is in the air.
What you do has got me dizzy. I never felt this before. My vision getting blurry. Overthinking late at night, starting to cause shows. Suddenly I'm hallucinating with the thought of
Pause. Quick.
Featuring Soul of Dean. I forgot that.
Soul of Dean?
That's the name that is listed, yes.
Okay. Well, I was just going to have you guys guess, is this a female or is this a young kid? That's what I was.
Let me listen a little bit more. See if I can answer that.
on fire from all these emotions. You're starting to fix me, but I just wanna be broken. You make me feel so bubbly.
Definitely
inside.
female. You can tell by the tone and the vocal change.
I don't know what's wrong.
Girl, that's a girl.
Nikki, was that you?
Hearts on fire from all these emotions. You're starting to.
Okay, that was.
Unless they clip my vocal from somewhere and all these emotions.
Is there like an AI version of you out here that Fallen Dove is.
There probably is an AI version
That
of
would
me.
be so fire.
All right.
You know how much of my vocal samples are out there from doing like things like through school and through like actual like side jobs and stuff?
AI, they'd be taking over.
Probably.
So that was
probably copyright my voice. I sound like Siri anyways.
The Fallen Dove featuring Soul of Dean. I found that just generally just unpleasant, just because the flow was just so. It's what we said earlier, man. You're just not relaxed when in the delivery, and it just comes off as super like robotic and awkward. It's like like it's very predictable. And then when Soul of Dean came on, she just sounded like you kind of shoved a microphone in her face and like, yeah, do this feature for me real quick. And there was really no quality control on that either. That's all I got. I'm at a 2.
Flow and tone. I mean, this is what we've been saying is the issue, right? Like the flow, choppy, the tone, stagnant, and the same. You know what I mean? Like literally night and day difference. You could, take a page from the dictionary, put a beat on, and just practice reading the definitions of words. It doesn't even matter what you're fucking reading. Just do it with different tones. Maybe that's the next step, is just like definition of onomatopoeia. At very least, that would be better than what we just heard. That is the next step in your journey. And I hope that these words are reaching your ears in the spirit they are intended. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Hold on,
shit.
everybody.
Oh shit.
Hold on, everybody.
Oh no.
Damn it, Bird.
Not me. It's definitely Nikki.
It's probably me. I'm always a problem. I feel like this was just like the flow was off. You needed to have better pacing. It was way too paced. I feel like you didn't have really any engaging patterns or flows or anything like that. It was just very like the delivery was not. It wasn't there. It was very, very monotone and staccato between you and the female feature that you had. I feel like it just felt. It wasn't. It was hard to like be engaging, so it felt just very, very flat. It just was kind of just monotone. Very just kind of there. There wasn't really anything that was very catchy or memorable or anything. I didn't feel like I heard genuine emotion come through. It really definitely needs some work, and I feel like the female artist had the same flow that you did, and I was like, this person literally delivers just like you. It's kind of crazy. Like it's like your twin. But I'm like, how did you find another dove? Yeah, I just, the same thing again. I feel like as normal, just you need to really focus on getting that emotional tone and everything delivered through, and make sure that you're writing appropriately to match the song and the syllables and everything like that. I think I said I was at a 3.
I just realized that the real FWGs tipped us, and we never gave him a nickname.
Oh.
So,
oh shit.
That was something that we said at the beginning of the stream. Anyone that tips us, subs, they're getting a nickname from us tonight. Since this is the first time we've been introduced to you, this is just off of what I misread your name as. So I'm gonna call you Wolfgang Fuck. That's my nickname for you.
All right. Well, the Fallen Dove also tipped us. So what is the Fallen Dove's nickname?
Oh, Mr. Roboto.
Dr. Robotnik.
FUGs is refuting your name and they're saying my nickname is Baby John.
Yes, Baby John.
Baby John.
All right. Next up is Odin. This is called Breaking Swin, and I am pronouncing that exactly how it's spelled.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, I see it. Breaking
Yep. See, Nikki did it too. I'm not illiterate. I can read.
You're right. I see
definitely
it.
definitely some extra G's and some extra S's.
Why? What's the point of doing the capitals and lowercase lip mix like that?
Gets the people going.
It's cool.
It just reminds me of that SpongeBob meme when he's like, like that's all it reminds me of. You know which one?
Yeah, that one. All right. Let's take a listen to Breaking Swin.
Like 1, 2, I got the pistol in my back pocket, got the pocket, put it in my head and got it, This funny toys fucking flying, my brain is on the wall, and my face is on the TV, Same local boy dead, smoking twisted at a gun to his head, a little boy off a green egg, my mama crying that her baby is dead, mama crying that her baby is dead, And I will never be the same. This isn't propane, got the brain blowing on my fucking brains. This is clinically insane. No grown apology, but I tell you with the black and white on his face. The difference between me and you is I don't like being lied to. So I come through with the kung fu and the 1-2 like I'm Ryu. And you with us, I do it again. I'll do it again. What the fuck you gon' do now? You got blasted by my shit, now bite down. Black, down. Blasted, now bite down. Yeah, down. You got blasted, now bite down. Blasted, bitch, I'm blasted, bitch, I'm blasted, bitch, I'm blasted. Straight blasted, smoking catfish, yeah, I'm blasted. I got a pistol in my back pocket. You shot me and I shot it. Your body parts fucking flying.
Its body parts are farting.
I think I've heard enough.
Rogue, you shouldn't have came back. You came back to butts.
Tell the root.
Farts and butts.
Look, Wu G's like, yeah. God, I'm without speech on this one. The vocals are way too muffled, and it's very hard to kind of determine what you're actually saying because you're mumbling like the first half of it. It's just a poor listen. It's a poor listening experience, and I think what we try to express to people listening is like kind of take from this, like, I don't know, not to compare yourself to each other necessarily, but like look at how, compare where you're at versus where other people at, right? Like I know Wu G's was like, my stuff isn't great, but it's a 10. Like, yeah, you can kind of take that and gather from like what other people are doing. Like, see what other people are doing, and that's like the whole purpose is like, you know, see what other people are doing wrong, what other people are doing right, and kind of use those to kind of tweak what you're doing. And I think on this song, there's a lot of things wrong. Like the sounds of the instrumental are just washing out everything that's being said. The artist is mumbling. The mix is rough. It makes for a poor listening experience. Me as a first-time listener of whatever this track is, I don't like it compared to like the stuff that Wu G's played. And I'm like, oh, there's something here in the first track. And then he came back, played us another track, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like it. Like, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I don't like this. This is a 1.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like literally it came in, I was like, oh, okay. You know, like the drum pattern was fire. That drum was amazing. and then you took the 808 and just exploded it, and it was just exploding the whole time. I was like, "Aw." And then you kind of took your vocals and then put some fucking, 1945 Adolf Hitler speech over there and just fucking, "Aw." It like sounded some like blah, 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 just loud yelling that is kind of indistinguishable because of the filters that you put on it. It just sounded bad. And, I think it goes to the mix, right? More than anything. Like I heard you guys seem to be on beat, but also it was just so washed away by the farting bass that like, who knows what happened back there. I'll give
We
you
know
a
farts
2.
happen back there. That's what we know.
Some farts. I'll give
lot
you
of farts.
just 'cause I like the drums.
He likes the farts.
No farts, just drums.
He loved the farts. Just kidding. So I mean, like this was fucked, right? Like this sounded like shit, like literally farting. So I'm like, don't mean to be a dick. I'm sorry, it's getting late. I turn mean after like 10:30. But no, I just feel like it was really hard for me to really follow anything in this because the quality was so bad. I couldn't understand what you were saying half the time, and the other half the time when I did hear what you were saying, I was like, I still didn't understand what you were saying. Like, God, this is an L for me. It's just didn't feel like I could make any type of connection to this song or the music that you had, your lyrics or anything like that. It was really, really, really bad quality. Like, I didn't like it very much at all. I'm going with a 2 as well. Definitely fix it. I don't know, strip it, clean it completely, start over, because I couldn't even tell what you were saying half of the time. And the other half of the time I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to know what they're saying. So just strip it and clean it and start over.
Strip and clean.
All right. Next up is Kinsai, aka Gray. This is called
Respectfully. Not my style. Sorry.
Full disrespect. This is called Until I Die. It's their first time rapping. Want some feedback on the vocals in the mix. So let's take a listen. Usually a producer, so curious what happens here.
You first.
Yeah, I'm feeling low. Yeah, I'm feeling low, shawty. Yeah, I'm feeling low. And I'm feeling low, shawty, when I'm without you. And I'm feeling low, shawty, when I'm without you. Yeah, I'm lost as fuck, didn't light in that truck. Yeah, I'm headlines, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm still smiling, you still trying. But you was lying, Cause I'm feeling all these things that I can't feel with you. And I'm feeling all these things that I don't feel with you. Cause I'm feeling all these things that I can't feel with you. And I'm feeling all these things that I don't feel with you. Yeah, I'm sipping on that dirty natural Filippo. Yeah, I'm sipping on that purple, yeah, that dirty fluid. Yeah, that dirty fluid. Yeah, there's nothing to it. Guess you said you love me. Guess there's something to it. Guess you never love me. Guess you never love me. Guess you never love me.
All right, that was Kinsai with Until I Die.
All right. Nikki, do you want to go first?
How long was that?
It was
A minute?
1 minute. It said the file is 1:36, but I think it cut off at like 1:10.
Yeah, it sounded like a minute. Well, I heard it like echoing. Legend says it echoed forever. I feel like this was kind of crinkly too for me. It was crunchy, right? It's not my ears? Okay, I want to make sure it's not my headphones. I'm like, now I'm just getting a lot of crunchy stuff. It's like, do we get crunchy shit after 10:30? People go a little crunchy.
It's like a
I
kind
feel
bar.
like I'm saying a little quinoa on there. But it ended up getting a little bit repetitive. I feel like your delivery and your tone was, I mean, your delivery had higher energy in it, but I feel like your tone was drowned out by the crunchiness and the quality of the entire mix and beat. So I couldn't really give you that great of feedback on your actual tone because it was kind of hard to fucking hear you. I'm at a 5. Your delivery wasn't ass. It wasn't as bad as the other one. It wasn't ass, but like I couldn't hear you, bro. I can't. That's the kind of shit I like to connect with. Is that kind of shit, your emotion and stuff. I can't hear any of that with that crunchy fart stuff.
Yeah, and like I think what Nikki's pointing out is like what I kind of had in my head of the word overproduced, right? It felt like you had so much auto tune on the vocals that they were kind of crinkly. You know, it just didn't feel very natural, and it didn't kind of add to what was happening here. For what it's worth, I do think you have a confident delivery, which just starting out, that's one of the hardest parts. So I felt like you got that part down. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what to say over the beat, right? And figuring out how to make it sound good. So I think that's kind of the next step is you have, you're saying shit confidently. Now you just got to figure out better stuff to say, because it was just basically a lot of repetition of very basic rhymes and very basic, just almost ad libs, right? The only other technical piece I would say is that the ad libs in the background were too loud, and I'd want to see those be more backgrounds, like yeah, I am Lord, yeah. I'll give it a 4. Not bad for a first song, but
this I totally forgot it was their first song. Like, oh, I guess I could have given them a little bit better feedback. Sorry.
Yeah,
Are you done?
I think my biggest thing, kind of the same thing F Wu G said. It started out okay, but then I just kind of lost interest, and I think a lot of that has to do with it just felt overall very generic. It just felt like a chant that I couldn't invest myself into. And kind of like what Bird said, it just ended up being a bunch of ad libs toward the end. And by that time, my interest kind of waned. And I would say, if you're gonna make this style of music, you gotta keep a lot of intensity from start to finish. Otherwise, the moment that the energy falls off, my interest will kind of disappear too. But for a first song, I don't think it's bad. Like, you're on beat, you're doing your thing. I think you just got to figure out stylistically who you are as an artist, which is, I think, what Bird was alleviating to, is like figure out what your lane is and, polish that. I give it a 4. I was thinking about giving it a 5, but I don't love it enough to give it a 5. I hate
think that with you hate what?
I hate him a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. It's Halloween.
Spook season, baby.
I think that, I guess for this being your first song, sorry. But I feel like, with that being said too, with the effects and stuff that you have on it and that crunchiness and all that shit, take that stuff off and try to do like emotional layering instead. Because you're not offbeat, so you can focus on the other shit in your delivery, not just the actual, the actual delivery itself, like not actually being on beat. You don't have to focus as much on that, so you can focus more on doing that. So you could add layers, and take off some of the tune, and it'll give it the same depth and feel as tune does.
All right. Next up is Graded Axe. Some feedback on this demo. This is called Explain.
Explain yourself, Wolfgang. Fuck.
Jesus.
He refutes that.
John. Didn't he say John? Baby John?
He said, let me get it right. Baby John. Yes, correct.
Baby John.
Seeing it in all caps, like he was yelling, I am Baby John.
This is Baby John.
Yeah.
Kicks down the well.
Let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Yeah, let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Yeah, them days it was great what we used to do. All the ones in the grave know I'm missing you. Sundays give praise cause I need the boost. Walk in his shoes, I ain't even choose. Gotta stay strong, even through heavy rain. Gotta brainstorm, different mood, different pain. Gotta take on. This is true on them days wanna take off. Need a break, dog. When the bro went astray, I remain lost. What the fuck can I do in the maze, y'all? But remember I'm a troop, never break from. When the time's hard, stay the same ball. This is painted in my memories. Injury, but it doesn't bleed. When my father shit to me, he was blessed, I was a seed. Used to think this life would be a breeze, but let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Yeah, let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Only on a high note, I'm inside of my mind with my eyes closed. Still can see the smiles, yo. Feel a vibe, then it's gone with my eyes open. I can feel it now, though. I sit down and I write the shit I cope with. Bring my need back, pop I need back, time I need back. All of these facts don't go, can you promise me that? Press home in my heart, GPS. Long road, better put my seat back. I'm leaving, yeah, I'll be there. I'm speeding, got easy pass, overheating. Can my sleep last? I start tweaking, my heart beat fast. I see them, then the dream ends. Let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Let it fall like the raindrops. Threw me off, but the pain stops. Happy thoughts keep me sane. I can't explain the main problem. This is what I gotta say about it. Yeah.
All right. That was explained by Graded X. My biggest gripes with this is that the track feels very thin. Your vocals are like sitting behind the beat, sound very distant and not full. So I think that's more of a mix issue and just kind of like a stylistically, do you need to add some emphasis somewhere, or can you just kind of make the mix a little bit more present so you don't sound like the beat's playing over here and you're just kind of rapping from a microphone 5 feet away. I would use an example of somebody, but they left the Discord.
Names.
I would say like if Almighty V, because he doesn't do a lot of ad libs and stuff, right? But if he was on this track, you would feel his presence on top of that beat, whereas you just kind of sound like you're far away.
Yeah.
I think you have a good style. It just feels like it feels underwhelming the way that this is mixed. So I think just touching up on the mix would do this track a little bit more justice. I give it a 6.
Yeah, I think that I have kind of the same notes. You got some plosive issues though in your hook, bro. You need to cut in the main problem and talk about it. Just if you're mixing it, just go clip your consonants right there and just turn the volume down on both of them. Just control, select it, control E, turn them down. And then, because it gets really loud, just especially when you say those, and it sounds like a plosive issue, not like it's your enunciation on there, trying to make it that way. But it's really, every time I heard it, I do feel like the hook should have a little bit more variation to differentiate it from the verse a little bit better. And I agree with Dice, very thin, needs layers or something to really give it that width, that depth to it. You have a really nice tone. I like your voice. It does sound like you have some good genuine emotion coming through. I do feel like you could use a little bit more emotion and some more enunciation in certain parts to really hit on your lines a little bit better. But I also think that layers would help with that, because that'll really help bring out any type of emphasis. Not in a bad way where if it's doesn't have the supporting layers where it's noticeable, but where it's kind of more meshing together. And I agree too with Dice. You have to be more present in this song because you're not. And I think that it would come out a lot better if you were a lot more present. One of our other members definitely is can do one layer or two layers even and just be a lot more present in the track, because I think it's a lot with the emotion in the delivery. Really just being more present to have that presence, in your emotions. But I think that this is good. I'm going to give it a 7 for where it's at.
Yeah. I really liked the confidence in the delivery. I liked the style. I even liked the writing. I think my only issues with this were technical as well. It's just the mix. Yeah, it felt like it needed a de-esser. It felt like there was no other layers. That was one of the big things I was going to comment on, is like you need a layer of overdubs because the writing is there. Like you have the internal rhymes to really make your writing pop. And right now, you just don't have another recorded layer of emphasis words that I think this calls for. So yeah, I would say add a layer of overdubs and do a better mix if you're able to. 7.
Right. Next up is FG Thug featuring Tokes. This is called Buster Dead.
Yeah. Talking out your mouth could get your chain snatched. But if you speaking on the hood, I blow some brains back. Smoking on the fat ass wood, but not a lumberjack. It's like a war zone, mobbing in the Yakistan. Dropping foes, busting foes, do you understand? Lord forgive me for all this pain that I shed. It's been my brothers that's doing time in the gym. South side in this bitch, we ain't banging red. Got some head from this hoe and she had a man. It's a grimy ass world, but we living, yeah. I'm always thinking to myself, if I had the chance to stab you in your gut, make you scream, then you did.
Don't you play with me, I'm a real G, a real thug, real certified stepper in the streets. Better watch your mouth on the way you speak to me. 6 and letter banging, I'ma do this for the beat. This is for my locals and my homies that keep it G. Keep your head up, homeboy, fuck the police. Throwing up the double edge, Southside X Street. Fuck the rest, won't put an X on your name. If you disrespect, fuck the opposition, they only woofing on the net. Don't you play with me, we can have a shootout, we can have a fairy, keep a double-sided blade so you never scared. Feel the motherfucking pain, stay from Murderville, where you never scared of fucking bang. Motherfucker never leave a bush in his grave. Smoke him like a wood, left him dead in his fucking hood. Know his holy shit like a fucking bush of shit.
All right, that was FG Thug featuring Tokes, Buster Dead. I feel like this collaboration kind of worked out better than some of your other ones, where at least both of you guys are decent. However, there's some obvious, like, tough listen on the mix side. And just to be quite honest with you, I feel like the way you guys present your material could be a lot better. Like, it feels very basic. It feels like I'm literally listening to like origin story of East Los Santos rappers, like just got a microphone and they're figuring it out. Like, I feel like you guys can spend a little bit more time and be a little bit more articulate in how you say things, even for the style of music that it is. So that's kind of my gripe, is the mix and how you're actually like wording things. So I would give this a 5. I'm not mad at it because I feel like this is one of your better tracks, but at the same time, like, it could be better. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It could be better.
Me? It's
yeah,
me, the cat. Yeah, I agree with everything that Dice said. I feel like you need more flow and less staccato, and more emotion and motion and less stagnancy in your delivery. I feel like your delivery's like someone trying to learn how to drive a stick shift, and they keep fucking hitting, they're not getting the clutch right, so you keep fucking stopping and going. Right, instead of just being able to fucking shift and get it in gear. So yeah, just tighten it up, but loosen up in a way, if that makes sense. It's kind of both, because it's like you need to still stay tight to stay on beat, but you just need to relax with your flow. Because I feel like you're too uptight in your flow. And I feel like if you feel into the beat, it would work better. Your vocal, I do feel like, works against the beat in certain parts too. So definitely check in that quality in the mix that you have there. I feel like it's not just like the last, just the presence being not like hidden in the beat. But yeah, I'm at a 6. It's not terrible.
All right.
Maybe a 5.5. 5.5. It's not terrible.
Your
You
rating's
give me
your
the
rating.
look. I know.
Your rating's your rating. Don't change it.
I know.
my
I
behalf.
have to fucking dice 1,000 times anyways.
Well, it's easy to do because Dice failed first grade for shoving a glue stick up his
You
butt.
failed first grade twice.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Look, this,
First grade added up twice to second grade, though, so you should have jumped to third grade, right?
and 2 glue
That's not
sticks
how
up the
math-
butt does not equal a third. So
Hey.
well, that's a first grade dice. Anyways, look, yeah, it's kind of the same issues we've had, which is the quality. The first guy comes in super loud and reverby, which is kind of unpleasant to just hear at the most basic level. And then the second guy, I think, is Tokes. Now that we've heard, enough of his songs, you are way behind the beat. You just it sounds muffled. It sounds too far in the background. Like the mix is just what gets you. I really wish. Look, if you're gonna make very basic gangster music, you have to have a good quality mix. Otherwise, it's just not.
God damn it. Hold on, everybody.
It wasn't important. You have to have a good quality mix, otherwise it's just not.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is you gotta have the mix, the production value, because otherwise there's nothing to keep me interested lyrically, right? You're not saying anything. You're just straightforward. I busted a cap in this fool. Okay, cool. Well, as long as you say it confidently and there's a banging beat in the background, I can forgive, the easy rap 101. Where it's at today, I'll give it a 3.5.
Right. We got a couple more tracks left. Cyclone.
You're underwater again.
Yeah.
What about now?
Between me dropping off and your microphone dropping out, we're just running a
Me
tight ship around
sucking
here.
at disses.
I'm
Or diving like my career.
Yeah, I'm I bite the bullet and trash this mic. Anybody want a Shure SMB7? Slightly used?
It's what I have.
That's what I
Slightly
have.
less used because it doesn't go underwater, but I also don't have gunshots go off.
Well, the gunshots are separate. All right.
They're
Look.
paying the big bucks.
FUG's asked if they wanted to play a song, a couple of recommendations from the chat. Do you guys want me to play one of my songs? I can play something unreleased from my album, or I can play something released. What do you guys want to hear?
I want to hear your favorite unreleased song because you can watch the stream and watch one of mine. Let's hear an unreleased Dice. Nikki, do you have any unreleased music?
I have a lot of unreleased music.
Okay.
Do you have any that you'd like us to play later on? Do a Dice
I'll,
song, then a couple the chat, and then do a Nikki Job?
I haven't exported any of them yet. I do need feedback on some of them, but
I'll play my favorite
submit.
song from my album that I'm working on. It's not mastered, but I think the mix is okay. This one. All right. This is called Watch.
give me that look I wanna end right now. Damn right now, yeah, I done seen this crap before, I seen enough of you. Why you tryna size me up? I'm just predicting how you move. I people watching, people drop, I let them think they got a clue. And every time they mad at me, I go and sing another tune, that's how I do it. You clueless, you looking kinda useless. You shot so many arrows, you was thinking you was Cupid. I ain't mad at it, man, I got a bad habit, man. Gotta grab at it, stab at it, have at it, man. Watch the plot, the ops, they on the inside. You let them too close and they won't stop until you die. Gotta watch the ops, they giving friends vibes. Can't let them in the door, I gotta lock and keep an eye. Watch the plot, the ops, they on the inside. You let them too close and they won't stop until you die. Gotta watch the ops, they giving friends vibes. Can't let them in the door, I gotta lock and keep an eye. Always trying new things, got the new slang, I'ma do things. Got me outside looking fly, who is you, man? Peter Parker power, every hour I got sense. If I swing up in your DM, then I'm trying to get you bent. I ain't trying to pay no rent, I'm trying to put it on the tab. On my lines, you wanna vent, trying to put it on the ass. Never messy, God bless me. Wrong sneeze, I'ma leave. Wanna press me, suggesting I'm a thief, I'ma leave. I don't got no time for it, I don't got the mind for it. If you dripping out problems, then you bound to come and pour it. I'm a cold killer, soul no filler. You tryna size me up, but you not no dealer. All those problems that you got, you can keep them where you stay. I don't wanna pillow talk, better leave them where you lay. I don't wanna see no hope, tryna see another day. I don't even go to church, but you gon' see a brother pray. Watch the plot, the ops, they on the inside. You let them too close and they won't stop until you die. Gotta watch the ops, they giving friends vibes. Can't let them in the door, I gotta lock and keep an eye. Watch the plot, the ops, they on the inside. You let them too close and they won't stop until you die. Gotta watch the ops, they giving friends vibes. Can't let them in the door, I gotta lock and keep an eye. Watch the plot, the ops, they on the inside. You let them too close and they won't stop until you die. Gotta watch the ops, they giving friends vibes. Can't let them in the door, I gotta lock and keep an eye. Yeah.
All right, that's enough. All right, that's it.
Dope. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a fun, danceable song. I liked your chorus a lot, very catchy. The only thing I would say is what you said to me once, which is like, maybe this will come out in the master, but like, I hear the dubs, I want them raised a little bit more, or even have like another layer to really strengthen those rhyming parts, specifically in the chorus, especially like really lean into that, really fucking push those parts, because I like the tones.
Yeah, I like your tones too. Your lyrics, so you don't want us to call you? Like, that hurt my feelings.
No, don't call me.
Why? So when they texted you mid, were you like, bitch, don't text me?
No, I didn't understand what the hell you were talking about. Just text me one word. Just randomly text me mid, and I'm like, am I mid?
Mid. Mid.
That was my Olive Garden. You just got the backlash. I like this lot. I liked your tone in it. It's your sad vibes. It's your leave me the fuck alone. But I'm okay. I don't need you. I'm okay. But I'm sad. But I'm okay. Dice vibes.
Here, aren't I?
What?
I'm here, aren't I?
You are. You're okay. I'm just here. But yeah, I thought everything sounded good on this. Is this the final mix of this?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I mean, the mix didn't sound like anything was super out there or anything. It just didn't sound like how yours normally do, like when they're like mastered. But yeah, I thought this sounded really good. This is when is this album coming out?
I don't know. Really, I just need to pay Noir and Kenny for the like 8 beats that I got from them, and then finish up some of the mixing stuff and then master it. So, I mean, theoretically, I could drop it anytime I want, but probably just do it in January so I can do some other promotional type things.
So this is a nice little
Emotional
vibe.
type things. Read sticking his dick in a hot air balloon flamethrower.
Street meat.
Street meat. Honestly, what a promotional tactic. Guy burns his dick off to promote album.
If that hot air balloon has a couple of boobs, I'm with it.
Word.
Street meat.
But no,
Dice is dropping January 6th in honor of all the patriots who are being persecuted right now.
This one's for you.
Some sad boy music for all the sad boys out there.
But no, I know. So
Don't
Luce's
call
album,
me because you can't.
Luce's album is dropping December 9th. So I also want to give Luce some breathing room to, let his project do what it does. I guess I'll drop it the same day that Ray and Rogue are dropping. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, target them for sure.
Rude.
Yeah. All right, next up in the queue is Cyclone. Let's see, he posted a track.
Cyclonic.
Change the track.
Cyclonic.
It's supersonic.
It's supersonic.
Oh, you're dropping tomorrow? So am I. Fancy that.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? What a coincidence. Look at us. Who would have thought? Right? This is a song that Cyclone did with Passive. He had it open, so he was like, why not hop on it? Made this recently. This is called Telling Myself. Cyclone and R.I.P. Passive the Rapper.
Mixer.
Telling myself that I ain't who I think I am. Cause I've been on a decline daily. Downhill, 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 goddamn. Gravity been a little bitch here lately. Holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah. Telling myself that I ain't who I think I am. Cause I've been on a decline daily. Downhill, 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 goddamn. Gravity been a little bitch here lately. Holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back.
Telling myself I just can't be who I was. Can't be thinking on the low end. Can't go back to that dark place where I was stuck in love. Or just be snake left and right. Talking to the therapist about my life. Learning my way, learning myself. Feels like I'm talking to the future. So everything seems on low end. Gotta open up and read between the lines. Gotta pick apart my friends, let them go. Gotta steal a line for ready, set, go. Looks like I'm ready to get a move on. Not going back to get used on. Starting to hear these voices in the room. They're telling me to go and
Telling
zoom.
myself that I ain't who I think I am. Cause I've been on a decline daily. Downhill, 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 goddamn. Gravity been a little bitch here lately. Holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah. Telling myself that I ain't who I think I am. Cause I've been on a decline daily. Downhill, 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 goddamn. Gravity been a little bitch here lately. Holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back. Oh yeah, yeah, holding me back.
All right, that was Passive and Cyclone, Telling Myself.
What up, Exta? Yeah, Cyclone. Here would be my suggestion. I don't think this is bad. I think this is pretty good, actually. I mean, obviously, Passive kills it. There is a part where you kind of sing in the background of Passive's vocals. I recommend you either just let him do it or put yours further in the background because there is a bit of clashing with the current volume levels. As far as your verse or your singing, I think the tones were right. I think this sounded well produced. You know, I don't have a issue with the mix necessarily. My issue was with the delivery and specifically the writing. I feel like you had so many lines that were just too long. You couldn't get a good feel for the flow to really deliver confidently in the time signature that you had. So there were sometimes you just elongate the shit or just continue carrying out your sentence until way beyond where it should have ended, right? And I think that's the biggest theme throughout this, as far as the technical kind of commentary I'll make, is like you're going beyond the second snare. The second snare should be the indicator for where your rhyming word lands, and don't just keep on going with the run-on sentence. But it was a vibe, and it wasn't a bad addition to the skeleton this passive started. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's not a bad start. Definitely go back through this. It's definitely something worth finishing. I suggest even like, I feel like there's a lot of passive in it, like for him just being on the hook. I feel like, did you only just do one verse on this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm like trying to think. I'm like, I don't remember hearing passive in the middle, but it started with him and ended with him. Like, you don't want them to just remember passive on this track, so you should do another verse on this for sure, especially if it's yours featuring him. But I feel like your rhymes need to be a little bit better, and same thing with what D-Bird said, you know, you're carrying him on instead of stopping him, and that's where your rhymes coming in and your writing comes into play, is because you're going to have to rewrite to fit the beat, because it's not quite fitting. You are enunciating better than you were, and I don't hate the mix totally. I feel like you added tune on passive to bring him to kind of calibration with yours, which is good to do that, but I feel like you could dial back yours maybe a little bit too. But also just look into layers, stuff like that. I'm at a 5.
There's 2 things I hate about this track. First one is Passive's "ya ya ya" after his hook, because I've heard him do that on at least 2 other tracks, and it's stupid. Fuck you, Passive. Don't ever do that again. And the other thing that I hate is the fact that Cyclone, you continue to punch in your verses, which I think kind of leads to what D-Bird is talking about in your delivery. I wish you would just record a verse from start to finish in its entirety, or at least split it in half, because you're continuing to punch in is what's fucking up your flow. And that's why you keep like struggling with like either landing on the right snare or extending out a word or rushing to do words, is because you're not practicing breath control where you have to hit everything good on one take. You're getting comfortable with, okay, I can just do 2 lines at a time, and you keep punching it in, but you're fucking up those 2 lines and it just sounds sloppy. So I wish you would take my advice and record a whole verse one sitting, whether or not it's like a great take, but like get used to it and build up your breath control. So those are the 2 things that I hate about this track, but it's still an okay track. I'll give it a 5. All right. Last thing in the queue. Well, hold on. Let me check. Meek or Unknown to Many, are you still watching? Please let me know. Otherwise, we're on the last track. And this is from Zeke, and it is called Slabbed Houses. Let's take a listen to the submission by Zeke.
Already dope.
Woke up in the crib, she lose it. Too elusive. Sick of waiting, break the pool stick. Throw the fool shit. I'm innovating house acoustics. Convolutions. Neighbors hating up by Tuesday. Leave it soon, bitch. Only saying sick of moving. I'm reclusing. Breaking Vegas, now producing. Time exclusive. Pressing faces, it's the truth grip. Every single little thing debating, it's a nuisance. No collusion. Trying to make a she maneuvering. I couldn't blame her. I'm trying to prove shit. My angle too obtuse. Still trying to make a lot of fools rich. And nepotism couldn't boost a nigga off a nuisance. Just walk up in the building, grab the bag, and then it's deuces. I'm gas betting slabbed houses. I'm in the south, bitch. I'm round tripping, hit the mountains. Still stop at fountains. I'm bouncing, skip the counseling. I cope with pounds, hit my problem. This life I made it, it's too astounding. The surface, something irking. Never paid another person, not afraid. I put the work in, maybe late, cause always lurking. Missed my payments on the first, and while they waited, I was urgent. Trying to cook another version up at Keely's, trying to earn it. What's the verdict? All these niggas hating, pushing on my patience. I'm elated in the operation, bounty on the faded information. They been storing quicker cookie for the cater. Call it fast, and I've been missing dishes before I drop my major. Fuck I'm bragging about, represented gritty niggas standing out. A polo on my body, case the business, then we hash it out. I'm stepping out of candy, paint my skin the color caramel. She knocked it over, leg bent on the table, trying to pat a felt.
Oh.
All right. No, that's it. That's literally it. Song's about to end. Okay. At first I was gonna say the flow was too repetitive and you didn't really change it up. But then at the end you kind of like did some things different and you kind of picked up the pace. So the biggest drawback that I hear from this track is just the lack of polish in the recording and the mix. Like it's just one single vocal layer of you rapping all the way through, which is great when I talk about the feedback that I just gave Cyclone, where I'm like, hey, you need to do this in one take. But when you actually have like a full track with just one vocal take all the way through, it just feels very bare bones, and there's nothing like, there's no ear candy here. Like there's no dubs, there's no ad libs, there's no highlights, there's no type of mixing going on. All there is like, okay, rap, adjust vocal layer, export. And I wish there was more to it. So I need ear candy here. Since there's no ear candy, my ears are lacking sugar. I'm diabetic coma. I am at a 5.
Damn. DK. I feel like I'm kind of at the same spot. I feel like I have been. Definitely needs layers. Definitely mix issues. You didn't have a bad delivery at all. You had a good tone to you. You had good emotion. You had a very classic tone, I feel like. It was almost a nostalgic tone. It felt like home a little bit. Very nice and catchy, engaging. But I feel like it would definitely be better with a better mix on it, because I feel like the mix just kind of pushed you back a little bit. And the layers would give it a lot more depth, would make it really connect a lot more. But yeah, I thought this was good. I'm at a 7.5 with this. I think that you have a really good delivery, and I really do enjoy your tone.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. I think this is what A.D. Rocky could be, right? Like he had his scheme going. He matched the tones perfectly for the rhyming words. Like this is a complete mastery of flow and delivery. The guy's got his style down perfect. Now it's just a matter of the mix, right? The mix fucked you so hard. The mix Hulk Hogan'd your wife while you were out shopping for an engagement ring. This was tough as well because the beat was super fire, and you had this kind of louder sample that almost washed you out, and it competed with your vocals basically throughout the whole thing. So if you have the stems for the beat, I would turn that sample down a little bit. But regardless, you're like they were saying, filling out your verse with extra layers, some ad libs. Like you got the basics down. Now you just need to figure out how to make it more presentable as far as a finished product. But not bad. I'll give it a 7.5.
All righty, folks. Well, that was our show for tonight. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the street meat vendors, the cock gobblers, and also the sidewalk sloppies.
We had a little bit of everything tonight. Some
little bit
sidewalk
of-
sloppies, some street meats.
Yeah.
It's great.
Nikki, what was your favorite part of the show?
Not having to diss you.
L.
I didn't know that you could get ass cancer from anal sex until I met Dice, who told me more about his personal life.
I'm sorry I gave you ass cancer. Didn't mean to pass that along.
Just like they say in the old Wild West, one pair of dice is worth 4 farts in a prospector's tin.
Yeah, this episode's not going to air. All right. Well, happy Halloween to everybody who celebrates for, good old demons and monsters and ghouls. Hope you have a safe trick-or-treating experience. If you have a peanut allergy, I hope you don't choke on a nut and die.
Choke on these nuts.
Hope there are no razors in your apples or whatever other.
If you have a kid, I hope that they are not assholes.
It's a weird flex to take against children, but okay.
On Halloween, because candy. Hope they don't eat too much candy.
Yep. Keep them away from 80 Rocky's parents' acquaintances.
Jesus Christ.
Definitely don't air this.
Let me wrap this up quickly.
Or at least get rid of the end of this show.
Yeah. Rogue is the Tuesday show happening tomorrow. You're co-host on that shit. You should know. Tune in tomorrow for the Tuesday show. Sunday night, D Bird and DJ B will be talking about what episode are you on? Episode 5?
Episode 7 of Survivor.
Damn. Episode 7 of the new season of Survivor.
They just did the merge.
Oh
No.
shit! God, I miss Survivor. I need to watch your guys' show because I don't watch
Funny
the actual
story, D
show.
Bird. On my recent work trip, a coworker told me that they are actually in a Survivor fantasy league. Which I
I
found
was in a Survivor and a Challenge Fantasy League and a Big Brother Fantasy League, and oh man, I won the challenge one every year. But that's way easier. 'cause
calm
people
down
sleep
with
together.
calm down with the Caucasian up there, okay?
You get points for people like having sex and stuff. It's hilarious.
Okay,
We
you
just
calm
went
down.
full milk.
Sorry.
full milk.
Jacket.
That's why I don't watch TV no more. It used to consume my life.
Nikki just tipped the whole milk glass over and just like, here's all my milk right now.
I got the milkshake.
Calm down. All right. But yeah, DJB and D Bird, they're talking about episode 7 of Survivor. Nikki, when are you spinning up your next interview or whatever it is on the Nikki Joe show?
Hopefully before Loose Logic's drop, which is December 9th. So hopefully before then.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drops,
and DJB. I gotta get DJB.
Oh, okay.
We'll show up at Survivor one day and be like, I got some
Yeah.
questions.
Well, speaking of drops, once we're done trick-or-treating tomorrow night, tune in for D Bird and my new single called Humble, dropping on streaming platforms everywhere. Like Nikki said, Loose Logic has his album Capsize dropping December 9th. Apparently we got Rogue Radio from Ray and Rogue dropping
tomorrow too.
January. And then I'll drop, sometime the same day as them and just kind of like screw over their whole plan and, say, oops, sorry, I didn't know that you guys were doing that. And, see what happens there.
Remember, he said he was dropping tomorrow. Just kidding.
I can drop tomorrow too. I can upload the shit tonight.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
No. Snickers, probably the best candy bar out of all of them. I changed my mind. It's not Twix, it's Snickers currently.
I don't like Snickers that much. They're okay. They're mid.
Snickers doesn't like you either.
I know they're Snickers. They're Paradise's favorite.
Snickers and Twix. I mean, I think out of everything
know.
that D-Bird and I disagree on musically, we can agree on Snickers.
I love Twix. My ex-husband loved Snickers, so I used to eat the fuck out of them. I just can't anymore.
I'm gonna give him, send him a bag of Snickers and say from Nikki in WCR.
And then there's gonna be little razors inside of them.
He knows who Nikki is. No, don't fucking do that. We're cool.
Allegedly.
Until he eats.
Everything's good.
Yeah, you might be cool, but we ain't.
Evidence.
We
I
fucking
have
ain't.
so many witnesses.
We're just trying to put some chaos into the world. Some people just
I
like
already
to
have
war
so
burn.
much chaos. That's
Gee.
old chaos. Let it lay.
It's just old chaos. Who classifies
Let
your
it
chaos
lay.
as old
You
and
should
new?
have never given us his exact address.
And
this
government name.
idea to send
Honestly, I don't even know where
razors.
he lives.
Jesus
So
Christ.
you can't.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and
It's
raid
my old life.
Big Sexy Des because she raided us not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. So she's playing some sort of creepy game or some shit. So tell her we said hello and wish her well. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Adios.
BSD.
Love y'all. Happy Halloween.
Fuck you guys.